dropping it like it's hot.
I'm dropping it like it's hot.
I think you was dropping it like it's hot.
You, in the future.
Here she is with Chingy.
I'm glad to be here.
Or Bernie Hopkins. I don't even know, somebody.
Who is it?
Bernard Hopkins.
A lot of people give me love, and you know, I'm enjoying it, but I'm staying focused and not fall off because I got another year too. I'm going to do this and come out with my head on my shoulders.
All right, well, you keep dropping it like it's hot. Y'all stay right there because we got so much coming at you.
I'm sure she didn't know what he was saying. He doesn't know what she's saying.
She doesn't even know who he is.
And he called her Vivia.
You nominated for Male Solo Artist of the Year.
Wait a minute, and Single of the Year.
What you feeling? Come on, what you feeling, man?
Well, actually, it's 4. I got 4 nominations.
Wait. Excuse us, 4.
I got 4 this year. I just hope I win 1. I'm just glad I'm here, you know.
Right, you want to walk home with a trophy tonight. I wish you the best.
I'll take just 1.
Right, because your single's dropping it like it's hot, baby.
Wow. You didn't put this in?
No. You're dropping it like it's hot.
I tell you, if that expression was cool, it no longer is cool.
Everybody's dropping it like it's hot.
Here she is with Trick Daddy.
So, we hear you performing tonight. What can we look forward to in your performance, brother?
I think she says dropping it like it's hot twice. And I know they're both just talking. No one knows what anyone's saying.
You know, I got the live band. I'm doing something different, man. You know, I had the little musicians right around the corner, my boys, so we're going to put it down for the thugs, you know.
This is what I'm talking about. Drop it like it's hot.
Now, Trick, I saw you.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
You drop it like it's hot.
She has no idea what he said.
No.
Your video with the dance, man, because with them boys, I learned almost. Like, I got the back part. They get wild like that. I'm talking about that. I just need to know what's the ending. I don't know how to end the dance, but I need to work on.
All right, y'all. Well, he's dropping it like it's hot with my boy Trick. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Man, that's annoying.
Here's David Barner and Busy Bee.
So listen, I mean, y'all representing new school and old school. Tell me what the Source Awards means to you.
Just really the evolution of rap music. You know what I'm saying? We look at rap, you know, when Busy was out there, to when David Banner was out there. Rap is a grown woman now. She's doing very, very well for us.
30 years, right?
And she's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Dropping it like it's hot, right?
Exactly. So it's just like honoring her and the things that she done for all of us. Because I know it's a blessing for me to be up here representing Mississippi.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you. And you represent positive energy, too. Yeah, no doubt. Now, you, my man, you've been around for a long time. You're a pioneer. Now, tell us, what does this mean to you?
This means everything to me. It's because I'm representing all my old school pioneers like Herc, Flash, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, you're a black woman, right?
I am?
I think so. But do you relate to this in any way?
No.
I mean, what the hell?
It's embarrassing.
It's
I don't even know why you would ask me that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, because sometimes I'm just perplexed.
I know that means, like, to drop an album, that means, or drops is the day it comes out, right?
Yeah, and drop it like it's hot. It's like if you touch something hot, you drop it.
Right.
But I don't know, is that a good thing?
Yeah, I don't know how those two...
When I dated a black chick for a while, and she actually didn't talk like this. But sometimes we'd go hang out at, like, places, and it was just all black people.
Excuse me?
And then you're suddenly aware that you're dating someone black.
But did everybody talk like this?
In some places, yeah, like everyone would go, yeah, blah, 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 and I'd be like,
Well, what's despicable is Vivica Fox doesn't talk like this.
Well, I love that she's trying.
Right,
you know,
it's just
she's
not working.
attempting to speak this language.
There's like 10 seconds left on this clip, but there's still one more dropping us like it's hot.
And man, we started this a long time ago. We never thought it'd get this big.
First beats that
you know what
came
I'm
out
saying?
first.
And your hip hop, the shoo-wop, the wop, do the hip hop, and you don't stop.
And with that, see, my boy's dropping it like it's hot.
That's right.
My boy.
My boy.
Guy's 60 years old.
I know. Busy Bee.
That's her playing a character. She's an actress, and she just decided she was going to play this character.
Yeah, so, you know, I became very aware that I was dating someone black.
When you were in a place with all black people?
Yeah, like when we were alone, it was cool because we would just be hanging. But then all of a sudden, we'd be like, and I'd be like, what the hell's everyone talking about?
But you know what? You talk about that all the time. You see that when you watch Oprah, the difference between Tom Hanks as a guest and a black guest. Oprah's a different person.
Yeah.
When she interviews a black
She's all
guest.
black.
Yeah.
She's real bad at it.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's worse than Vivica A. Fox.
Yeah, she's no actress.
Oprah Winfrey, Negro woman from the South.
On your new film for you.
All right.
That's beautiful. Baba Booey shirts. With Fred's painting.
I love Fred's
The hair on the
painting.
back of my neck.
I'd buy that in a minute. And I'm not into selling T-shirts, but I'd sell that one. Man, that's a good one. Baba Booey T-shirt.
Baba Booey.
I might even wear it.
I have the prototype at home, actually. It's a pretty... maybe I'll wear it tomorrow if I can find it.
Yeah, wear it. Super.
There's actually a mug I want to buy. Dr. Phil's wife has put out his first wife has put out a mug.
First wife?
His first wife has put out a mug with a picture of their wedding picture on the front of it and his saying, "What was I thinking?" on the other side. I think that's funny. She says that she did it because he lies about their relationship. He claims that, it was just, one of those things where they were too young. He cheated on her with other women.
Baba,
all kinds of things.
You know what to do. Get in touch with this woman.
Yes.
Let her come sell her mugs here.
Yeah. She said they're doing very well. She actually sold out. She has to make some more.
Yes, Captain.
Hey, good morning, Harry.
Hey.
I remember, everybody remembers when that actually aired when he got nicknamed Baba Booey for the first time. And Gary says, you guys will be over this next week. You'll never be calling me that again.
No.
Do you have the tape of that?
I've played it often. Gary, the first time we called him Baba Booey, he goes, "You'll be done with it."
You'll be done with that by next
already.
week. Here we are 20 years later, and he's still getting called Baba Booey.
It is probably like 16 years.
He looked at me and he goes, "You know what the good thing is? I know in a week you'll forget about this."
Yeah.
It really didn't seem like a big deal at the time.
It was great. That name was a keeper.
Oh, I remember him saying, to Jackie or something, "It's old. It's old."
Yes, I did say that. I totally admit that.
Like
now you've embraced it. I mean, you go on Hollywood Squares as Baba Booey.
Yeah, like we were watching Hollywood Squares, and now Baba Booey's on Hollywood Squares.
Yeah, makes them interesting.
There's at least once a day, Howard, where I'm either walking through the supermarket or just down the street, and people will go, yesterday I'm going down the street, and I hear a truck go, "Hey, Bob, what's up? Baba Booey."
What do your kids say?
They don't say anything. They just know that that's one of my names.
Right.
I mean, they know, if somebody yells Baba Booey, they know that's me.
Do they ever call you Baba Booey?
No.
Huh.
Well, my younger guy does once in a while. He thinks he doesn't call me that,
Booey.
but he likes just saying it.
Like saying Baba Booey.
Yeah.
Baba Booey.
People yell it at me.
I know, they yell it at all of us.
Yeah, it's so synonymous with the show.
You know, my younger guy likes watching me on Hollywood Squares. He thinks that's what I do for a living.
Right.
And when they say Baba Booey, he just laughs.
Right. He likes it.
He doesn't know why.
Right.
It's pretty bad when your kid calls you Baba Booey.
Don't even get me started, Janks. What does your 19-year-old call you?
Janks has got a 19-year-old?
Yeah, that's what somebody sent me an email last week. Janks might have had a kid when he was in Germany.
No, I did.
You did?
That's what they're saying, and he's not 19, he's 15. Or 16.
You really were in Germany?
Yes. Yeah, I was stationed there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and when I was in the service. Captain Janks is a real guy. I was my commander when I was in the Army.
Oh, okay.
I just took his moniker.
So what's up with your kid? Do you see your kid?
I'm not allowed to. They don't. She won't let me.
Would you let your kid see this guy?
My father's Captain Janks.
Yeah. Captain Janks makes 40 phone calls.
Is the kid having a good life?
I'm sure he is. He's getting, I'm paying child support.
Oh.
Aren't you? You are?
Absolutely.
Who knew?
Aren't you curious?
Yeah, I am curious. Of course I'm curious.
Have you ever written a kid?
I've tried.
You know what? It's worse for you than those Save the Children. At least those children will write to the people sending the money.
What do you mean you try? You sent the letter. You send letters to the kid, and then what happens? The wife rips them up. The woman, I mean.
I just don't hear back.
Wow.
So you don't know if your kid gets them or anything.
Maybe it's because the letters are, "Dear son, Howard Stern's balls."
No. Hey Gary, who sent you that email?
I can't remember. Somebody sent me an email with a bunch of facts about you.
Yeah.
Captain Janks.
How do you know it's yours? Did you ever have a DNA test?
Well, it's a complicated story not to even go on the air about.
Oh.
What? She's in Germany. She can't hear a thing.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to offend.
Captain.
Is
that mine daddy?
Have you ever seen a picture of the kid?
Shut up, Janks.
No.
Dude, I'd hire a private investigator. At least get a picture of
Well,
it.
I'd like to. I'm going
maybe
into all this.
maybe we can effect a reunion here.
What would happen if you just got on a plane and went to Germany and knocked on the door? Would you get in trouble?
I don't think I'd be allowed back in Germany right now.
Really?
Yeah, the last week I was there, I had a few parties.
Yeah.
I was in the service. It was my last week, in, and the last week I was there, I got, I pulled an Artie and got drunk all week. And
Was this an accusation or?
No, nothing like that.
Pulled an Artie.
Yeah, he's a wanted man.
Yeah. Can't go back to Germany. When can he go back to Germany? OJ can go back to Germany. You can go back.
No, but I mean, the last week I was there, I partied a lot and I got drunk and I think I got in trouble with the cops for one thing or another, and I don't know. I think I might have a few outstanding tickets and stuff back there.
And when you send it, why don't you stop sending the check to the broad until you know your letters get to the kid? You'll send some more checks.
Because once you stop sending checks, then you go to jail.
That's so unfair. I mean, part of the deal is when you send a check, you got to know your letters are
How
going to the
come he
kid.
doesn't have any visitation?
Why don't I?
Yeah.
Because there was nothing ever set up. This was a judgment from the German government against me.
I wonder if the mom, ever says to the kid, your dad was a great war hero.
Yeah, she's made up a whole story.
Made up a whole story.
He
died during, during some war, or he was a hero of Germany.
He helped free Germany.
He was killed in Panama.
Or she goes, your father is, or does she go, your father is one of the greatest phony phone callers of all time.
Well, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. Or does he
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the kid ought to know that his father is famous in the United States.
I think the kid ought to know his father works at a gas station.
Well, I'm trying to get it.
And lives with his parents.
I think that you should always pay for your kids and stuff, but if you stop sending a check to Germany, how do they enforce that in this country?
Well, it's too involved to go into right now. So
why?
Because it's not something it's in the courts right now.
It is?
I have to get a good lawyer in order to get this fixed for me.
Well, that's not going to happen.
So if there's any lawyers out there that want to help me out,
what do you need fixed?
Well, because I don't want to go into this on the air.
Yeah, Janks, we want to offend you, Janks.
Hey, come on, yeah.
I have a little hint of what's going on.
What do you think's going on?
Again, this is all in this email. Have you paid on a regular basis the whole time?
Yes.
Oh.
I do pay child support.
And you've been regular.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't pay a dime until I got some pictures of that kid.
If they threatened you with jail, you'd pay.
And I was able to contact the kid.
Yeah, but you can afford a good lawyer, Howard. I can't.
What lawyer? You don't pay. How are they going to throw you in jail from Germany?
Because they brought it to the American court system.
Is there an agreement with the authorities here?
Because I couldn't afford a lawyer to defend myself.
Is the kid 3 feet tall like you?
No, I don't know. I don't even know what the kid looks like. I mean, you're talking. This was 15 years ago when I was.
What kind of girl was this? I mean, what was going on? Did you have a girlfriend?
He had no girlfriend.
No, I was dating this girl when I was over there.
I don't believe that.
You should have stayed.
Why would you leave Germany if some girl was interested?
It is easy to get laid in Germany. I can attest to that.
Because I had to come back to the States and make prank phone calls.
Right. Wow. Oh, I didn't know you had that whole thing going on.
Yeah, look at you.
This has been talked about on the air before.
Hey, you got to give us the names and stuff, and
we could reunite you.
We'll have a reunion. I'd like to see Captain Janks' son.
So would he.
Hello, my daddy.
You know what we could do?
Shut up, Janks.
We could do a guess who your son is. Have Janks in, bring
I love
a
that.
couple of other people.
Hello, my name is
figure out who his child is.
I love that. Yes, Dominic.
Yeah, something's not right. There's no such thing as an international child support order. We don't enforce a Germany court order. There's never been affiliation proceedings. So now let's find out the real story. Was he living with her in New York at one point?
No.
In America?
No.
Then what kind of order is being enforced? You live in what state?
Dominic, I'll tell you what. Can I fax you the paperwork and call you up on the phone and we'll speak about this?
Absolutely. I'd like to see how a German order is enforced in America.
Hi, Dominic. It's Kathy. Dominic, it's Kathy. Is it true that you're a lawyer because of Howard Stern's boss?
Dominic, so you're saying, Janks, this story doesn't add up to you?
No, because you see, We have uniform support acts all over the United States. We have an International Hague Convention, which basically enforces custody. But I would like to know how a German court is going to have its order enforced in, I think he's in Chicago or something, Illinois?
Pennsylvania.
He's in Pennsylvania.
So how would that order be? First of all, it have to be lodged, filed.
First of all, there are guys in the United States don't pay child support. They can't find. They can't even find them. They can't lock them up.
Yeah.
And then the percentage of support, even if it's like under the new federal statute, 17% of his gross. Was he making $200 a week or $34 a week? What did he do?
Yeah, what are you sending for child support, Janks?
I don't want to go into that.
Are you spending more than $30 a week?
Yes.
100?
I don't want to go into this.
Come on.
Is it your whole salary?
I don't want to go into this. Well, you know what? I'm going to call Dominic after the show today and give him all the facts.
I'm in the middle of a trial, but call me the end of the day. But let me ask you this. Do you send him a stamp?
In the middle of the trial.
I resent his being so secretive.
Yeah.
Janks is a wanted international criminal.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question. Were you ever married to her, Janks?
Oh, no. I was dating her for like 4 months, and I don't...
No, you can't marry a dude.
Wait a minute. So you were dating somebody for 4 months,
right?
And you're now paying child support for a child that you can't even... They've never proved is your child. You've never done a DNA test. Is that what you're telling us?
I've never done a DNA test.
Listen...
Hey, Janks.
Just laughing at you.
You better start sending me money. I got one of your children, too.
Hey, was there ever a discussion with the girl when she told you she was pregnant? Was there ever a discussion about whether she would have the baby or not? Did you tell her not to?
I don't even want to go into this.
And then what year?
What do you do? You call up airports when there's a plane crashes and make jokes, and you don't want to go into this?
Yeah, otherwise I'd discuss this with you.
Janks, go into it. Dominic can help you.
I know he can, but that's just the whole thing. You know, you got to be able to afford a good lawyer to get out of these things.
Yeah, so tell us what the problem is.
Listen, you can hire Mickey Mouse to get out of this. What are you putting?
Yeah, I can get you out of this
My
one.
buddy doesn't pay child support. The kid lives in the house with him. He lives in a basement apartment. My buddy doesn't pay it in a year.
Really?
I got to hear. I want to know more facts.
That's a true story. My buddy lives in like the duplex kind of thing.
Yeah.
And his ex-wife and kid lives downstairs.
And she can't get the money.
He hasn't paid child support in a year.
Oh, man. Janks, you're being ripped off.
This guy's kid's in Germany.
Oh, wait a minute.
You're Captain.
You know, she probably doesn't even have a kid.
Dominic, I'm not following the logic of this.
First of all, the order from Germany, did it come in German?
Yes.
Hey, Janks, if you send me $500, I'll send you 1,000.
No, if you send me $500, I can send you a piece of paper from Germany that says you don't have to pay anymore.
Dear mein Kapitan Janks. So, Janks, when you have kids with me.
When you got
How did you translate the order?
I didn't. That's just the whole thing. I didn't pay attention.
Wait a minute. Now, let me understand this. You're paying an order from a German court that's in German, and you can't read it.
Dominic's blowing off the trial.
There's something going on here.
Well, see, the bottom line is, what if this is my kid? Then somebody's got to pay for it, right?
Wait, there's a guy in the...
Oh, wait a minute. That's even more bizarre. Co-counsel Stern, would you question him, please?
Yeah, well, wait a second. There's a guy on the phone who claims to understand why Janks might have to pay the child support. Yes, George, go ahead.
Hey, Janks, were you still on active duty when this happened? Because then if the military made you pay, that would probably carry over to the U.S.
Yeah, I was on active duty, yes.
So,
but now you're not in the military.
No. First of all, duty order is only while you're in the country that you are occupying at the time. It does not translate to a state or federal court in the United States unless you're still in the military.
And he's not.
Are you still in the military?
No.
That broad should be calling you Captain Thanks.
I'm telling you, Janks doesn't even have a kid.
I can't even...
He's sending money to a woman in Germany.
I can't imagine what this... And, Janks, you haven't checked into the fact whether she's remarried, whether the kid's been adopted by someone?
Well, that's just the whole thing. Now that I got Dominic to help me out here, maybe I can get this resolved.
How long are we going to let this go on?
I bet the chick doesn't even exist.
Hey, you want to know something? If I'm Janks, and I bet you Janks hasn't gotten laid in like 10 years.
Right.
This is his only claim to fame. Like
Absolutely. He actually had once.
They let me breed in Germany.
It is possible that the letters, you won the lottery.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a letter saying you don't have to pay.
But, Howard, here's the thing. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's only got 2.5 years left to pay. They don't have to pay anymore anyway.
What do you think's going to happen if you don't pay, Janks? The SS is going to come get you?
I mean, who knows? Hey, Sonny, what's your thought?
You know what, Howard? Come on. You know Jinx is crazier than you now.
No, he's not.
Got to be going on. Don't believe him. Come on, you know him.
Well, I believe he's sending money to someone. He just doesn't know who.
You know, you could hide from German guards. It could be like the Diary of Captain Janks.
All right, hey, Dominic.
They do whole movies about this. You know, a woman has a kid and she tells like 6 different men, the fathers, and they all send child support.
Hey, Dominic.
And the guy.
You know what?
Yeah.
I have 3 interviews today with new business. One of the guys worth $1 billion. I'm going to adjourn that interview for an hour. You fax me these papers because I want to see them and go over them. And I'll report tomorrow to the show.
Good.
No, you know what? I understand, Janks. I'm supporting a gerbil in Peru.
Yeah, you want to know something, Dominic? When you figure this out, call me, all right?
I will. I
Right.
promise you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's the best Janks call ever.
Thank you, Captain.
That is. It's just the best.
Captain Janks.
He's got a kid.
First of all, look
in
at
Germany.
Do you think any German woman even kept a baby?
No.
Oh, my God, I'm pregnant from Captain Janks.
Why do you think the letters never get answered?
My buddy plays wiffle ball with a kid he doesn't pay for.
I like Janks is sending letters to an imaginary kid somewhere.
An imaginary girlfriend. It's probably some dude.
Here's another 30 marks. Go get yourself some braces and make a phone call.
Dear Gunther.
Boy, I'm so glad I called in today.
All right, well, you got a lawyer out of it.
If you're ever in the United States, stop by the head station. I can fill you up for free.
Dear here's 30 marks. Go over to the Berlin Gap.
How much money are you paying a week in child support?
I'm paying a good amount of money.
Tell me.
Tell us.
I'm paying upwards of $300 a month.
There's a German dude with a new deck on his house.
And what a lifestyle that kid must have.
I calls this the Captain Janks thing. What you think is a kid is really some German guy's jacuzzi.
Right.
Yeah.
I calls this the Captain Janks.
They have parties in his honor all the time.
All right, thank you, Janks.
Thank you.
Even though the epicenter is 185 miles away, we here in Los Angeles are now being affected by this earthquake. Miguel Cruz is over at LAX right now. He is on the phone right now. Miguel, what are they telling you about the flights now?
Well, they're saying that at least 350 flights will be affected, incoming and outgoing, for at least an hour and a half. We wanted to halt all incoming flights and outgoing.
So what is the procedure at this point? You've got the holiday rush. You got people trying to get in and out. How's this going to affect operations at LAX?
Well, it is an inconvenience, but we want to concentrate on safety of passengers, and that's the most important thing right now.
Now, is there actually a trickle-down effect, Miguel, in terms of the flights that go to the Central Coast? Are we talking about connecting flights where people are trying to get into LAX to get a major...
Hey.
Apparently, we have somebody who thinks is this a funny matter.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunate.
Move on right now.
That's unfortunate that someone would do that.
Hey, Janks, your son is on the phone, Daimler.
Yeah, I'm Captain Janks' son.
Yes, Daimler.
Janks got to keep sending me money because I need to buy stuff in Germany.
Adolf Janks.
Adolf Janks, Jr.
Yeah, what'd you name your kid, Captain Janks?
Daimler.
Daimler Janks.
Eric. What's up?
Hey now.
Hey now.
very good E-show last night, Howard.
Wasn't that something? By the way, the conclusion of the Butterface contest tonight, Artie.
Oh, we still haven't crowned a winner.
Isn't that great?
That's going to be great.
How about my E-crew putting together a nice set like that and the whole pageantry and stuff?
Very well done.
Yeah, huh?
And you know what? The reactions when she takes the bag off, it's just hilarious.
Yeah, Beth was saying to me, she was sitting there and she goes, she goes, as a woman, it was so hard when the bag would come off and she'd hear the whole audience go, oh, and she goes, but yet, very, very fascinating.
See, that just means that her body's hot, to me.
Right.
It's amazing what people will do for money.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Get on there, be humiliated, probably your ego. The 25 grand, that's a nice chunk of change.
I'll tell you what, I'd go on for 25 grand.
Hey, I mean, if it's the case, everybody knows anyway.
Right.
Might as well be honest with yourself.
Robin, you would do it, right?
Of course.
But Robin's so gorgeous.
Robin's so beautiful. She could be the beauty
I have a better body.
Butter body. Butter boobs, butter butt.
Boobs. Although I'll never forgive you for cutting your boobs off.
Oh, here we go.
That's just wrong.
Like I'm missing so much.
We're missing it. We're missing it, not you. Don't be so selfish.
You don't miss a thing.
All right, Kathy Lee. Okay, I played you the Baba Booey tapes. Oh, this is a great tape I got. You got to hear this one. This is the all-time move.
What?
Do I have time to play this? We got a break. Oh, you son of a...
Now you're
rat fink.
cruel.
You rat fink.
The Janks story was so fascinating.
All right, I tell you what, I'll give Shuli a shot with his Jackie Mason interview in his little game.
All right.
And then for John's Job, brought to you by Trim Spa. I got to play this tape of Will's friend. And then I got to...
Shuli doesn't have the strippers. He can't play a game.
He's got some other... for cock the game.
We got to give Shuli some time, man.
We gave him time this morning.
Oh, actually,
Happy fight.
And he did well.
I made you.
That was good.
You need me.
All right, I got a ton of stuff, but I got to take a break, evidently. We'll be back right after these breaks.
We get your phone calls. We get your phone calls every day.
Hey, New Yorkers, this is Jeff the Vomit Man Levy. Despite the World Trade Center disaster, world must carry on. If any of you women out there still interested in puking on me, I'm at womanvomitonme@yahoo.com. This is Jeff the Vomit Guy. I'm eager to await your puke. Womanvomitonme@yahoo.com. Vomit therapy is still carrying on strong. Thanks.
The Howard Stern Show, 95X.
The king of all media,
Howard Stern.
Today in L.A., hundreds of his fans turned out in a huge protest in front of the federal building, shouting, Baba Booey! Baba Booey! Baba Booey!
The Howard Stern Show.
Baba Booey!
Oh, so much. And the conclusion of the Butterface contest tonight. All right, now where was I? Oh, I was going to play this tape. All right. Let me do a couple of things, then we'll get to news. So many funny people on the phone, too. Like, I'm looking at the computer. Some German lawyer wants to help out Captain Janks.
Of course.
And then there's a guy. Oh, there's Jeff the Drunk's on there. He's going to St. Louis to shoot a movie.
What movie?
Beat me in St. Louis.
Movie.
What movie are you doing there, Jay? I mean, whatever your name is.
It's a biopic.
Biopic?
Yes. I'm playing a lawyer. I'm playing an architect who gets involved with Cher.
Who's in that with you?
Mary Louise Parker.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Howard.
What's up?
What's up, buddy? How's it going, Artie?
Yeah, Jeff.
I got to tell you, my biggest disappointment in Vegas was putting Jeff the Drunk in one of those bowling segments, and then he's not, like, drunk.
Yeah, he's clean.
Yeah, the guy's drunk 99% of his day.
Howard, I was plastered all night. I was just recuperating.
Yeah, great. Recuperate on your own dime.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I was drunk 99% of the time.
All right, real quick, what's your movie?
I'm too dumb for TV.
Too dumb for TV.
Yeah.
And what do you do?
I'm the host.
I'm the dumb part.
You're the host.
Yeah, the host.
What channel is that on?
Video series, actually.
Video series.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody figured out, like, if they have a minute, maybe he'll plug
promote it here.
All right, good luck. Let us know when you're done.
What's that?
All right, so, all right. Let's play you this. This is Will's friend, Will, who is one of our producers.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what his title is. Producer, I guess. Everybody back there is a producer.
Yeah.
You work here, you're a producer.
You're the vice president or producer.
Either you're an intern or you're a producer.
Because if you're not producing, you're out of here. So, this is Will's friend. He meets this chick, I guess on the internet. It's one of our interns. Was one of our interns.
Yeah.
You know. And I guess she agreed to have, like, a date with him and stuff. And so she went out with him, like, twice. And then I guess he had been instant messaging one of his buddies saying that he wanted to get her in a threesome.
Oh, really?
But, like, he claims but she saw it and she just said, oh, this is too creepy. I'm getting out of this relationship. I don't want to be a threesome.
Uh-huh.
You know, this is ridiculous. The relationship just started. Or whatever. This is the story I'm getting.
Okay. All right.
So he calls her up and leaves a message on her machine begging her. But she must be some piece of ass because he's begging her to come back. And meanwhile, have you ever been this in love with somebody after a date?
No. I mean, you're talking a couple of dates?
Yeah.
Kristen, please call me back. It wasn't meant to be the way it turned out. Oh, just put a joke on Will that was bringing someone else up, that girl at work that was messing with him and I in the basketball days. It wasn't meant to be that way at all. I don't think about you that way at all. About how you think about that threesome and everything like that. It wasn't a joke on you. Please, Kristen, listen to me. I'm being honest as hell here. Please, it wasn't meant to be that way at all. You please understand. I was just with Will the whole thing, okay? Please call me back. I don't want it to be this way at all, man. Come on, you're cool as and I wasn't meant to be kind of like what you're thinking. Not at all. I swear to God, Kristen. Please. I'm being here, man. I mean, I would never do anything to ruin. I mean, you ruined anything that we had. I mean, you're cool as love hanging out with you and you're a cool girl. And nothing was meant to be the way you thought it was on iron. And that's why I hate iron, because stuff can't be explained the right way as it is on the phone. Please listen to me. It means a lot. Seriously, Kristen. It wasn't meant to be that way. And you see how you're pissed, but believe me, it wasn't meant to be that way at all. Please call me back. Please.
Oh, my God.
That's my favorite.
Turn in your...
That's my favorite tape of all time.
Phone. Over the phone.
That's almost as good as Baba Booey's
That's why he hates I Am.
Isn't that right up to... I hate I Am because things can't be explained. Wah.
Please help me.
I'm thinking to myself, is this Vinny Favale Jr.? Who is that?
Yeah, but
I think that's up there with the Baba Booey.
Yeah.
Begging Nancy. You gotta take me back. Nance. My life is annoying.
Hello.
Professional life is annoying.
Hello. It rivals that.
You gotta play that again. I gotta hear it
again. I don't know.
Give me a little Baba Booey.
Hello. It's an excellent pitch.
Not that. No, just the real Baba Booey.
Just Baba Booey.
I think he's getting on CD or something.
I think we should have that here.
We always have this discussion when we try to just go to it.
It's difficult.
Never with us.
It's hard to get my hands on it.
We got a million Vinny clips.
Hello. My professional life is annoying, and my personal life is a 2.
And that's what. So I don't have anybody to share it with.
And you maybe have gained some friends. No. Let me say this. You've gained a lover, and you've gained your friends. But me,
I lost a lover.
I lost a lover.
A best friend.
Right.
You lost a lover, and you lost a best friend. But now you've gained a lover, and maybe a best friend. I've gained some lovers, but no best friends.
Wow.
And how does that mean I should go back to you? And why do I care?
I miss you. I miss you. I miss you.
Baba Booey
I love
man.
you. I miss you. I hate you. I want you. I like you. I love you. I want you. I hate you. I love you. I miss you. I like you. I love you. I hate you. Backlist.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
No Baba Booey, huh? Can somebody give me my tapes that I play?
I miss you. I miss you, man.
You want to hear a great rap? I hadn't heard this on TV. Did you see all the guys huddled around me during the break?
Yeah.
We were in here listening to Halle Berry talking to Oprah Winfrey about her cheating husband.
It?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Really?
Oh, my God.
What'd she say?
Oh, she's wah, 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 wah. It's the funniest god thing.
What's wrong with her?
Says her husband had a sex addiction.
Sure he did.
Go ahead.
Everybody but you.
Yes, sex addiction. Why wasn't he doing it?
As I said at the beginning of the show, a lot of people, you know, the tabloids. And I think a couple of years ago, there was the first tabloid story. And because I've lived my life in the tabloids, I never believed...
Oprah's almost incoherent. She goes, you know, as I said earlier in the show, the tabloids. But meanwhile, she wouldn't have a show if it wasn't for the tabloids, because they do all the hard work and report the thing and risk lawsuits, and then Oprah gets to ask them about it.
Yeah, she gets to do her interviews with them.
You should kiss the ground of the tabloids.
anything in the tabloids. And so when I first heard that about you in the tabloids, I was like, cannot be true.
That's what I thought, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was all true.
It was all true.
And it's probably the first time the tabloids got my life right.
Really?
Yeah, and that was another element that I had to deal with. This article comes out.
And the article said?
That Eric was having an affair with a woman of his past.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Benet. He was my favorite.
Yeah, because of that Benet name.
Every time you saw him with Halle Berry, like, hey, who's that dude?
He was your favorite Jenna Dewan type?
Yeah, and then he would go,
Halle Berry?
He would go, he's a singer. And I'm like, where? In Jamaica?
Like a sax player or something.
He's like a really good-looking dude that somehow is banging Halle Berry.
Yeah.
When I got the call, I said, I didn't even ask him if it were true. I said, I'm going to sue this magazine. I have had it.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend all my money. I'm going to own Star Magazine.
Yeah.
I was done.
Yeah.
I was done. I never even asked him the question if it were true. I just got into sue mode.
Yeah.
And about a week later, he finally saw that I was in sue mode, and he said, I need to tell you something. And that article is true.
That article is true.
And it's heartbreaking. I just couldn't understand why.
So I remember you were devastated in that moment. Devastated at that time.
Devastated. And come to find out, that was one woman.
That was one woman.
He came to London, where I was shooting Bond.
Yeah.
After I picked myself up off the floor.
Yeah.
Came there, and I knew, we talked about this one woman.
Yeah.
And I just knew that something wasn't right. It wasn't it. My instinct just said, there's more. Because once he got that off his shoulder, he still seemed sick.
Right.
And he still seemed, you know, despondent. And because
when a guy's doing a bunch of chicks, a woman thinks he's sick.
Right. How's that exactly?
I just love Oprah just repeating. You were devastated, okay.
She's in pig heaven.
And, one woman.
But she hates the tabloids, but here she goes.
She's hanging on
every word.
Gossipy word. I thought if it's one thing, okay, this happens in marriage. I signed up for the long haul. Many women have done it. I can deal. Let's talk about why you chose to go outside the marriage. You know, what is it?
That's because you could tell some therapist put that in there, because Halle Berry's a moron. You know. Please, tell me, let's discuss why you went outside the marriage. It's all psycho.
Oh, yeah, she's very calm.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So you were going to try to fix it?
Fix it. Oh, with all my heart.
You were going to fix it after the first hearing about that?
I was going to fix it. I thought I could do this.
Okay.
But still something wasn't right with him. And without going into all the details, this is where I don't want to go, but I will say that the next 2 weeks of my life, he stayed there, and this vomiting happened, and I found out there was woman after woman after woman after woman after woman. And then I realized he had a sickness. I thought, this is a sickness.
Okay, so what did you do? What did you say? What did you think?
I had an emotional breakdown. you know, and that window, my bay window looked real good. And I thought I was going to go right through it. I had a little breakdown, took a couple days off work. My mother flew out there, and my mother helped he and I make sense of this. And she was the first one to say, have you guys heard of addiction?
My mother helped he and I.
I know.
Where'd she go to school?
All over the place. Obviously, Mother didn't take her to school.
Yeah, maybe Mother should fly her out to grammar school. I like how she's calling him sick. She runs people over and forgets, and he's sick. He's a dude. It's called having a...
Has he gotten over this illness, or is he continuing to wallow in it?
And me, no. What on earth is that? She said, I think that's what your problem is, Eric. Because I know how much you love Hallie. I know how much you love your daughter. But you have been doing this since the day you met her. Being dishonest and having all these affairs and always having all these other women on the side. Almost like a double life. When I realized that this was too bizarre, and I realized really for the first time, because this is my second deal with infidelity. I knew for a fact this is not my fault. Because I knew I'd been a good wife. I'd given a lot of myself. And I learned from a...
So cool a chick that hot is getting cheated on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why Oprah's loving it.
I want to know if you...
Oprah's like, you know what, I'm a big fat slob, and Stedman's pretty faithful.
He cheated on Halle Berry.
You know, if you
Honey, I got something she don't have.
If you go to rehab for sex addiction, I wonder, do you get a sponsor, like an AA?
Yeah, like a hot chick.
Look, if you feel
I just saw a hot chick. I'm getting weak.
If you feel like getting laid, call me.
I thought I made in my first marriage, and I knew I had grown in many areas. So I thought...
She put him in rehab.
Sex addiction.
Sex addiction. She went into rehab with him for sex addiction.
I'm your sponsor, Eric. If you want to get laid, call me. I'll take you out. We'll go shopping.
Right.
I realized this is a sickness, and my mother said he needs to go to rehab.
You even went to rehab with him, did you?
Yeah, he went to rehab. I went there. We went there as a family. He came out of there, and he seemed brand new because he now had knowledge. He didn't realize he was sick all these years.
Okay. How do you ever begin to trust again?
Well, she didn't. She divorced.
That was an issue that forced me to file for a divorce. Because it's been 2 years since this happened.
Yeah, it's real hard after a chick catches you cheating.
Well, he wasn't even just cheating.
Yeah.
He was nonstop. The moment she left the house, the door must have flown open, and the women started coming in.
Chris Rock's got a routine on that. Once you get caught cheating, the chick's got a beeper on your ass, and you have to call in every 30 seconds. Baby, I'm at the store.
Yeah.
You check in at every moment.
My man. That's funny.
Dude, I never heard that before.
Oh, that's a great routine.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, my God, it's funny, man.
That's on the money, too, man.
Yeah.
You wonder how he knows all that stuff.
Oh, please.
I'm in the car. I'm in the car.
My trust level is in the minus category still.
Oh, a poor bastard who comes after this husband of hers, tries to get in her stupid pants. Baby, you can trust me. I promise you can trust me. It's going to take me a long time to get over my ex-husband, Eric Binet.
I've been hurt.
I've been hurt. I'm waiting 10 years before I give you any poontang. Baby, I want to prove to you. In 2 weeks, that guy'll be cheating. Yeah, Mike.
Howard, I got the same sickness, man. I got to get laid. I got the same sickness. I don't want to get rid of it. I don't know what to do. I want to get laid all the time.
You got to go to rehab.
What am I supposed to do? How do I get off this monkey off my back?
Mike's got the perfect idea to get off. Stay on hold for 4 hours on a radio show.
5 minutes, Artie. I was on for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
There you go.
But you're sick.
Yeah, well, every guy's got the sickness. Let's call it, addiction.
Come on.
It's addiction.
That's a classic.
Just see these chicks, you want to get laid.
And he was in a position to do it.
Yeah, you
were
bet.
out working, Hallie.
That's what you try to explain abroad.
Yeah, you took that good-looking guy and made him rich. How's he going to turn down all that poontang?
Just imagine something you have literally no control over. There's no control.
There's no control over that.
Nothing.
Doesn't mean he didn't love her. Of course he loved her.
leaves.
And there is no way.
There is no way to come back from
I
that.
think I finally, and it breaks.
Every other dude's going to cheat on you, too.
Well, this is the second time. I mean, it seems to be a pattern forming here.
Heart to accept that there's just no way I can ever trust again in this relationship. And I've tried, and he's tried, but there's just no.
Chicks love to talk about relationships.
Well, that's all they do.
Oh, my
It's
God.
a hobby.
It's a sport to them.
It's like men in sports, women in relationships.
I don't know how I can trust. You know what? Join a team. Go out and play. I think guys work stuff out.
Knit.
They get a sport.
Hey, just too much damage had been done.
Too much damage had been done.
I know. She's all over the place with those verb tenses.
Oh, man, Ribba. I think she'd take some English lessons.
This is a woman who has an Academy Award.
Too much damage have been done.
Whenever
I were very upset.
he and he was...
You know, that's like when Beetlejuice was standing here the other day, and I said, Beetlejuice, you're a good brother. He goes, I is.
And he's retarded.
Whenever those relationship conversations start, all I can think of is, do you know Derek Jeter's hitting 189?
Secret.
My vagina be very sad. My husband not here no more.
Ain't no thrill since he's gone.
Hey, Matt, what's up?
Hey, Matt. Howard.
Yeah.
Listen, man, that marriage was doomed from the start. There's absolutely no way.
Hey, pal. Are you in the witness protection program?
Are you on Mars? We're talking.
What's Howard?
I think we're talking to the space shuttle.
Oh,
give me a break.
Listen,
they never had a chance because, for one, man, all crazy women get cheated on. I've had a few of them, man. They just don't stand a chance.
Well, hot chicks never think they're going to get cheated on because they're hot, but they don't realize any guy who can get a hot chick can get more.
Exactly.
That's right.
You get Halle Berry.
Yeah. That's why they never had a chance because, to begin with, he was already, like, screwing around with all these chicks. And as soon as he got married to her, like, other chicks are lining up.
Yeah, she made him more desirable.
Yeah, everybody wants to be with Halle Berry's husband.
Yeah.
What was he supposed to do? He was a victim.
That guy can resist that.
He was a victim.
If I can find one hot chick to close her eyes tightly and pretend she's not having sex with me, I can find another one.
Does this harden you in any way towards, other relationships? Or are you
please.
open to the possibility?
She's like a two-time loser.
I am, but I'll never get married again. And I always hate to say never do anything, but I will never marry again.
Oh,
Not that I won't have a committed relationship and be in love.
You will never marry again?
I will never marry again.
And you can say that now sitting here?
And mean it with every
She hasn't met Shuli yet.
bone in my body.
You got a bone in your body?
It's true for me.
I got
I'll
a
never
bone.
marry again.
It's my body.
No need to now.
No
need to get married.
No need.
Hey, I'm with you, honey.
I had a need before because I wanted to prove I could be a wife, I guess, or I wanted that fantasy. All that stuff's out the window for me now.
Yeah, if you're with a guy who doesn't cheat on you, you're with a loser. No one wants him.
You're with a gay guy.
Any guy, you got to understand.
Oh, my God.
You want to be with a winner. She wants to be married. Go find some dude who can't get laid.
I'm in the car. I'm real late. I'm at the supermarket. They shot me. I'm hopping home. I love you.
I'm on the lawn.
That might be the best stand-up routine I've ever heard.
I know.
I am. I've had this tumultuous road.
Tumultuous.
Married, but I do need a partner because I'm a very...
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give you mine. I'll play high D salami with you.
Oh, never mind.
I'm a person who likes to be in relationship and be committed. I don't want to be all over the town.
But I thought, do you want other children?
I do, but I don't need to be married for that.
You don't?
No. And if there's no man, and if, you know what? If there's no man in 2 years,
there's no man in 2
when
years.
I get to around 40, that's my limit for myself. If there's no real serious man, whoever I'm dating at the time, I'll say, hey.
Yeah, because everyone's going to want to be with her when she's 40.
Well, she'll hold up for a little while, even past 40.
That should.
Would you like to have a baby? I'll sign a paper that will say I won't ask you for 1 red cent, one thing, but I need to have a baby, and you're here.
I'll do it with you.
Come on, honey. I do that in a second.
So let's do that. Yeah.
She's going to want your genes, Artie.
No, come on, Holly. She wants a kid. I'll do that.
Holly.
You do. I really do.
What's her name?
Whatever. Oprah and Halle Berry should have a kid together.
Ms. Berry.
That stuff's great.
That is fascinating.
Yeah. But Oprah hates the tabloids. Of course, she wouldn't be having that interview if there wasn't a tabloid.
Right. Halle Berry would never disclose that information.
Shuli's got some kind of game. Hey, Shuli. Come on in, man.
He just lost it. He lost his mind.
Let me hear that. Where's all his songs? Go get his songs for me. Should be here.
Stern Show, what would you like to discuss with Howard?
Hi, John.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, who's this?
This is Carol. I don't live too far from where you live in Philadelphia.
Hi, Captain Janks. How you doing?
Who? Who?
Captain Janks. Hi, Tom. How you doing?
This isn't Captain Janks.
Oh, yes, it is. It sounds like him.
No, this isn't Captain Janks. This is Captain...
Oh, yes, it is. It's Captain Janks.
No, it's not.
Oh, yes, it is. It's Captain Janks.
It's not.
Oh, yes, it is. It's Captain Janks.
No, it's not!
Yes, it is.
No, it's not!
Yes, it is. What do you want to what do you want to discuss with Howard?
I want to see if it's possible if they could send you home early because you're doing a real bad job.
Well, I'll put you on hold.
No, I want to see if they'll send you home early because you're doing a real bad job.
Well, well, screw you, Janks. You midget. You little prick.
You're doing a real
You little midget.
You're doing a real
You
bad
little
job.
prick.
Oh, man, you just get angry at
You
everybody.
little prick.
You just get angry at everybody.
You little prick midget. You ugly little midget. You still there, prick? Is there anything you...
Yes, there is, but by the time you finally ask the
What
question,
do you want to... I'll put you on the air, prick! What do you want to talk about?
So it's like, it's by the time you got everything...
What do you want to talk about, prick?
By the time you got out everything...
I'll fight you in Vegas, prick! What do you want to talk about? Why don't you go your mom and dad, prick?
You know, by the time...
What do you want to talk about?
By the time you got out...
What do you want to talk about, ass? I'll put you on hold now, ass.
If
I'll put you on hold, ass.
you got...
your mom. Go f your mom, you ugly little midget.
Oh, my God.
I'll put you on hold.
Your mom's over here, right?
I'll put you on hold, ass.
Wow. Montell, get out of here. I got to talk to Montell Williams' ex-wife. Moron. You're embarrassed, aren't you? You better apologize.
I'm not embarrassed because I know a lot that you don't know. So
you don't know anything.
Why would I be embarrassed?
How could you not know Thurgood Marshall? Seriously.
How do you not know that? You love not to know.
I don't know.
You love
Books
not
are
to
like
know.
kryptonite to you.
Books are like kryptonite to you, aren't they? You know where you should hide your money, ma'am? In a book.
I'm a student, moron.
Yeah. Oh, what school do you go to?
I go to Montclair State University.
Montclair State.
I got in there.
You got in there studying
Proud
comedy?
woman.
You got in there studying comedy?
You should be proud to be a black woman, and you're
I'm
not.
very proud.
You're
because
ashamed
I
of your
love
own
my
culture.
people.
Goodbye.
Actually, just to be clear, I didn't get it in Montclair State.
No, you were too good for them.
That was a good line, though.
Right, the woman you're about to meet is a millionaire.
Yeah.
Imagine not
Many
knowing.
times over.
Black woman don't know who Thurgood Marshall is.
That's embarrassing. That's a shame.
That's bad.
Shame on you. Shame. Shame. The woman you're about to meet got $14 million from Montell Williams in a divorce.
You sure it was that amount?
No, I'm making it up. I think I might be sure.
That sounds like a lot.
Oh, wait a second. Gary, you're blocking my guest. I can't even see what she's wearing. You blocked me.
All right, we're going to bring in Kid Rock. How's that?
He's got a new album out. How's that?
How's that? When was the last time he was here?
Maybe 5 years ago.
That's what I said. Right? I think more like right in the beginning when we first came here.
Mm-hmm. Jeff the Drunk was here. They had a little bit of a little snippy exchange in the hallway. Actually.
That's right. That's right. I think that was like close to more like almost 6-7 years ago. Well, let's bring him in.
His new album is called Rebel Soul.
Rebel Soul?
You have a Rebel Soul patch right now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You nut. Kid Rock, welcome back, sir.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm all right.
New album coming out right this way?
Yeah, 19th on Monday.
Rebel Soul.
Mm-hmm. Rebel Soul.
Right this way, sir.
It's weird. I'm way more sober and alert today than when I was younger on this show.
You used to do a little pregame before you came here.
I was actually a night game that just never started. It just never stopped, actually. That just flowed right into Howard.
So a more mature Kid Rock coming in today.
Yeah, I don't know.
Coffee instead of whiskey.
Might have a little Bailey's in here.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, Kid Rock. Haven't seen him in ages. When's the last time we had Kid Rock on, Robin? Look at him. Never ages, this guy. Look at him. Lives a healthy lifestyle. Actually, he doesn't live a healthy lifestyle. I don't understand how he doesn't age. How come you don't? What's the secret, my friend? Hold on, pussy. You're still a kid. That's why, because you're Kid Rock.
Right down here?
No, you're good. Because you're Kid Rock.
That's right. It's all in the name.
Kid.
It would look weird if you
What's
were
with
old.
the scruff?
Me?
Yeah.
Am I scruffy?
It's totally scruffy, 100%.
No shit.
That's your territory. What's he doing in
Hey, I ripped that off from you, man.
Right?
I like it. It's
You
a
got
good
your
look.
pink cowboy boots on, too? I mean,
Yeah, look. There they are, bro.
Hey.
That's it. Are you wearing cowboy boots now?
Sometimes.
It's really weird with your career because you've evolved into like a guy. Like when you first came on the scene, I thought you were a rapper.
Yeah, me too.
And then all of a sudden you became a singer, which I didn't think you were a singer. And then all of a sudden you proved to everyone you could sing. And then you put out country albums and
country songs, I guess.
Country songs.
Creative.
Fuck Sheryl Crow. It's crazy.
Hey, if you were me, you'd do the same thing.
Absolutely. I mean, why not? Look at you. Why are you worshipped so much in Michigan? Is it because you love Michigan so much? You love Detroit. You love where you live.
I think it's just something you put out there, you know. You give a lot of love, you get a lot back. I'm proud of where I come from, like I think most people are or should be.
I don't know. I'm not
outside of
Why
LA.
are you proud of Detroit?
Yeah. Why are you? I lived in Detroit. I wasn't that proud of it.
I'm proud of our heritage, our history, the people that it holds. You know, the struggle and the tough times of kind of being a model for the things that we have to look out for, which way this country's going, and saying, you know, the human spirit's pretty resilient. And when you get a lot of people together that care about something, you know, that's when change happens, and you can start to move forward for the better.
I was surprised you weren't an Obama supporter because of his bailout of Detroit and helping the automotive industry.
Yeah.
I thought that would have swayed you to be simpatico with Obama, but you were very heavily into Mitt Romney.
Yeah.
And that didn't factor into the political discussion?
What I realize is you know, I came into this business with 2 middle fingers in the air, just, you know, pissing people off.
Right. Absolutely.
God damn, if I would have realized you could just be political and piss people off so much, I'd have done this shit a long time ago.
I mean, isn't it weird that, like, especially in show business, if you come out for Mitt Romney, suddenly you have to worry about losing fans and stuff.
Yep.
It's just a political opinion. And when you analyze it, most people don't know jack shit about politics anyway. Do we really know what's going on?
Me of all people.
Right.
Who the fuck is listening to me or Bruce Springsteen going, oh, that's the guy I'm voting for because they said they like him.
But fascinating, you actually met with Mitt Romney for, someone told me, like almost an hour. Like you had an hour meeting with him because you had agreed you would perform for him, you know, at one of his functions.
Well, I agreed to meet with him, and then the performing thing came after that. I didn't agree to do anything. You know, they asked me if they could use my song. I'm like, anybody can use my song.
You don't care. If Obama uses your song, you're happy to have it out there.
Happy to have people listening to it. Exactly.
It's hard enough to get airplay now.
The only thing I said is I have this really raunchy song called So Hot. I made a little joke out of it on my website. I said anybody wants to use my song in politics can use them. That's why I made music, to get it out there to people. I go, but if Mitt Romney uses the song So Hot, I will vote for him.
Yeah, right. Anybody who uses your song, you'll vote for. So who approaches who about... I'm fascinated by
a meeting?
I'm not calling people for meetings.
Right. You're like, hey, you're just sitting in Detroit.
Hey, somebody get Mitt Romney on the phone. I want to talk to him.
Mitt Romney his people call you, and they say, hey, we'd like to meet with Kid Rock.
I'm like, no shit.
What does he call you? Does he call you Kid Rock?
I think
Mr.
Bobby.
Kid,
Bobby.
Mr. Rock?
Yeah. Well, how come I don't get to call you Bobby? Why?
Call me whatever you want.
No,
I've never put any stipulations on it.
One of the reasons I don't get together with you is I don't know what to call you. Like, if I got together with you socially, would I call you Kid? Would I call you Bobby? I don't even know what I would call you.
It wouldn't matter to me. Howard.
Are you sorry?
That's what's holding us back.
That's what's holding us back. That's it. All these years. Hey, Kid. I don't know. So, no, I remember when you were married to Pam Anderson for the 5 minutes, and she would call you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Fuck, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they got married. How many times did you marry her?
4.
Wow.
You said...
I've said it a million times. Getting married's a fucking blast.
Right.
I've never had more fun than getting married.
Right.
Being married sucks ass.
Why did it suck ass, though? I mean,
she's Pam Anderson.
Well, I mean,
she's
looking back...
nuts. What do you mean? It didn't matter.
I know. It's crazy.
There's no secret here.
But why didn't you see that ahead of time? You are a bright guy. You are. I mean, you know, people think, oh, he's a rock star. I don't know shit.
You've had a good piece of pussy before.
Yes.
Fucking.
Yeah, look at, we talked about General Petraeus. Who's more brilliant than him?
But you get so hypnotized, I guess. Yeah.
Of course.
But why do you wake up?
No secret to mankind.
But why do you wake up when you get married? In other words, before him, was she fooling you? Was she tricking you in a sense?
No, the honest to God thing was, I think I've said this before. I can't believe we're rehashing this, but whatever.
I know. I didn't plan on it.
I have nothing new on me. I haven't fucked up in a while.
Don't worry, I'll get to the bottom of what you've been up to. But
you know what was? It started to affect my son.
Yeah.
When I saw it affect him, then I'm like, that's it, I'm out.
You know,
that's the honest to God. That's the bottom line. Yeah.
That's why you're a good guy, because and I'll tell you a couple other reasons why I think you're a good guy. But you know, it's like you really were willing to put your son first, as opposed to this woman you married.
Sure.
And that ain't easy. Most guys are not going to get off that fun train.
It took me a minute. But thank God I did, you know.
How did it fuck your son up? Just because it was too wild a lifestyle? You needed to give him a more stable life?
It was just, you know, I don't want to go into the details because I think people's feelings will be hurt, and it's too old to rehash that.
Right.
But it was just, and it was culture shock for my son, too. Imagine, you know, he's in a small town in Michigan. I uproot him. He starts fucking high school at Malibu High School.
Oy vey.
Fucking, I might have told this story before, but it's such a funny one. I'll repeat it. It was like the first day I pick him up from school. And I mean, orientation was just a shit show. I was texting people. I'm like, dude, I'm sitting behind Kenny G at fucking orientation. I'm like, this is a fucking riot.
You're having a good time.
Oh, I'm like this. I'm like, this is just so in outer space. I love it. But so I pick him up the first day. He's all shook up. He's like, and I'm like, hey man, what's wrong, buddy? He's like, all these kids do here is ride skateboards and do drugs. And I go, hey, look at me. I go, hey, stay off them fucking skateboards. Kind of lightened up the mood, you know. And
it is amazing.
And then another time, we're sitting there by the principal's office, and they have this thing that says "gay,"
right?
Not to be used as a derogatory term. This. It was like you know, sent from above. We looked at each other. And we both go, that sign's fucking gay.
Don't all the kids love him though? He's Kid Rock's son. I mean, come on, you're a
the
hero.
people that love me, he's probably got a good rapport with. But I'm not one of those guys that rides down the middle like a lot of, like a Dave Grohl. You know, Dave Grohl is just Dave Grohl. People love him. Kid Rock's like, I love that guy. He's a fucking idiot. I hate him.
Why is that? Why does Dave Grohl get away with being the good guy? I mean, I've met him many times. He's a great guy.
He is a great guy.
He is a great guy. But aren't you a great guy? Or people think you're an asshole?
I think it's the same thing. If you hang out with me, you say, wow, that guy's all right.
Do you think it was because of the marriage to Pam Anderson perhaps hurt your image? I mean, who cares? But yeah. I mean, I don't know.
You know, when my image consultant, you know, the conversations
you never worry about your image? You don't worry about stuff like that? No. You just put out music and you hope for the best.
Yeah, you put it out, and, you know, the thing I've learned early on is you know, it can be as wild as you want, do everything you want, but you don't have to be an asshole. You can have as much fun. You don't have to be a dick about it, though.
Was your son so grateful to you when you broke off the marriage to Pam, and then you know?
Yes, we had a heart-to-heart. I mean, we were in tears. And I was like, dude, if you were so upset about this, why didn't you tell me? He's like, I wanted you to be happy, which broke me up, you know, and I'm not a fucking crier at all, obviously. And it was just, you know.
That would make me cry. I mean, because he appreciated that you did that. Wow, and he never came to you and said, Dad, I'm unhappy.
No.
He was a trooper.
He was a total trooper.
He wanted you to be happy. That is sweet. That is sweet. How old is the kid now?
19. He's in college, second year of college.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You've got a 19-year-old.
I remember coming on here years ago, like I'm in this crazy custody battle. Like I got to be careful what I talk about. But now we can talk about anything.
But isn't it amazing?
You want to rehash any of those questions?
Yeah, right now we can. Did you?
Yeah, the ones you couldn't answer before.
I always find that you had full custody of your son, right?
Yeah.
That's
full physical custody. Yeah.
When a dad wins full custody of a kid, things must have been really horribly wrong.
There was a lot of shit going on, yeah. It was a crazy time, man. Something I hope nobody else ever has to go through.
Did lawyers advise you and say, listen, the man doesn't get custody. Just give up. Don't even...
Yeah, you're Kid Rock.
Yeah.
No, when people got into it and they saw the story, you know, and you know, he was kind of put in my lap at about 6 months old. You know, and then I was not successful then. You know, I was still broke, hustling, you know, making my music, a broke musician. And by the time he hit about, you know, 6 or 7, you know, things started to happen, and that's when it was like,
Mom came back?
I'll take the kid now.
Oh, now he's 6 or 7. He's a good kid. I'll take him.
You got a little coin in the bank.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, is that when it happened?
But you know what? We've hashed all that down. You know, it's tough talking about this stuff because we've hashed it down. We've both, you know, said our apologies for things we've done, and it's the best for my son.
Are you in touch with his mom now?
Not a lot, but, you know, we are cordial and talk and try to do what's right for
Is he in touch with his mom?
A little bit.
Yeah. But it's not... Did you have to badmouth? Was she an ex-wife or just a girlfriend?
She was my 8th grade girlfriend.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
But you never got married to her?
No.
I see. And then shit just fell apart.
Yeah.
Hey, man, what a scene, huh? That's amazing.
I mean, how old was she when she got pregnant?
Yeah. Let's laugh this morning.
How old were you when
ask me something fucked up.
When you became a dad, how old were you?
22, 23.
Oh, 22,
How old
23.
was she?
Same age. She's 1 year older than me.
Oh, wow. Yeah, man, that's amazing. What a life. I'll get back to this whole Detroit scene.
Yeah.
When I lived in Detroit, Bob Seger was God. Like
Still is.
Yeah, if Bob Seger did a show, and like you know, I was a guy from the Northeast. I was like, I like Bob Seger, but I wasn't going to sit there and fawn all over him. Detroit has its own world, its own music scene. Yeah. I remember like Journey were a bunch of gods in Detroit.
Jay Giles, Kiss,
the Rockets, the
Rockets. Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy. When I lived in Detroit, it was a whole new musical experience, and I was on a rock station.
Yep.
But you put your money where your mouth is. You still live there.
Mm-hmm.
You started a beer company in Detroit.
Yeah.
Because you were pissed off at the big beer companies because you felt they had abandoned America. They'd gone too internationally corporate.
Sold the fuck out at a time when this country needed them most.
You were a Coors drinker? And
I had an endorsement with Coors, yeah.
Budweiser?
No, I never had anything with Budweiser, but they're
Coors.
Fucking king of American beers, supposedly, until they sold out for 50-some billion to the Belgians.
So, and Coors, what was your beef with them?
They sold to the Canadians.
And so you said to yourself, hey, wait a second.
I was just like, can't we make anything in this fucking country? Now, I'm not very skillful with my hands and things like this. I don't know a lot about a lot, but I know about music and I know about fucking alcohol. I know about beer. You know? I think anyone would, would not think that I'm, trying to pull a fast one on them if you said, I only do things that I think, are really true and honest to me. And so I said, man, it's an opportunity to start a beer company, fuck with these big companies in Michigan.
What is the name of your beer?
Badass Beer.
Badass Beer. And so this was a way of starting it in Michigan. So it's all made in Michigan, and it gives how many people?
It's all made in America. We get as much as we can from. Unfortunately, the brewery went under, so we're in right now we're going to relaunch in like the first of the year somewhere else. The guy that had the brewery, God bless his heart, great guy, but didn't tell me he was in so much debt, and then thought I was going to be a bank, and I'm like, I'm not a fucking bank, man.
Did you put up your own money for this thing to a degree?
Well, no, he made the beer.
Right.
We marketed and sold it, and we split the profits.
I see.
But before we came, he was in a ton of debt.
And you didn't know this?
No.
You didn't really check out?
No, we tried to help him out as much as we could, but at the end of the day, it was like, I don't know how many millions of dollars is like, I was
so
like,
Badass Beer is gone?
It's off the shelves right now. I'll come back first of the year. I started to create jobs in Michigan. It's fucking fun owning a beer company, I got to tell you.
Is it? And you walk in as a boss. Does anybody respect you as a boss? I mean, they see Kid Rock and like, fuck you. I'm not listening to you. What do you know about beer?
Fuck, I'm giving them, it's beer.
You're giving them a job. Why is it fun owning a brewery?
Because the beer business is so cutthroat. And remember, this is only available in Michigan. It's such a cutthroat thing that, I can't, the Budweiser and all these big companies will run me out of town, but they can't fuck with me in Michigan.
Right.
When I say, I want my beer in, a kiosk in a Tiger Stadium, Ford Field, where they won't let any craft, and this isn't a craft beer, but they won't let any other low-level beers in there. And I say, look, motherfucker, this is Michigan. Do you want the greatest American hero running around saying, fuck Budweiser, you sold out to the Belgians?
Right.
You want to cut me a little piece of the pie because everything I'm doing this for is for the better of the state to help. I don't need the money. The Kid Rock business is just fine.
Right.
I'm trying to do something positive here. So then we go and play shows, and I make them bring my beer into those markets, and I undercut. I sell my beers for $4 or $5, and they're trying to sell them for $8, and then they're running around like going fuck. And it's fun to fuck with people like that.
I like that.
When you're doing something for the people who are paying it, trying to make a better experience, and you get to fucking slap some corporation in the face.
No, I love that. I mean, I love that you have the power to go to them and say, you don't want me badmouthing your beer, so just shut the fuck up.
By the way, I just did on your fucking show.
Right, but you're looking for, but you're saying, hey, I just want to be able to sell my beer. I know you guys have a lock on the market. Just, give me a little piece of the action.
There's enough for everybody. Calm down. Yeah.
No, that's good. I like that.
It's fun.
And that's why you're a hero in Detroit and in Michigan. But
it sounds like an interesting fit. Republican, corporations, and Kid Rock.
I've been confused since day one.
Go back to Mitt Romney for a second. And by the way, 1/3 of all your ticket sales, I'm talking about your concerts, come out of Michigan.
Yeah.
So when I look at a figure like that, it shows you can just make a living hanging out in Michigan.
Detroit,
and
absolutely.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Do you tour a lot now?
Didn't this last year, but yeah.
You took a year off?
We'll start in February. I guess you took a year, but I did a charity tour where I just played clubs and tried to give Detroit a good look and took some business in Detroit. And like 12 markets, gave away like $30,000 in each market to people that I really saw needed and met these people. I mean, that was the toughest tour I did. Just meeting people who are hurting and just hanging with them every night is so fucking draining. It's so rewarding, but it's such a mind fuck, man.
Yeah. You are a politician.
Fuck that.
How dare you insult him?
Right. Do you think I'm full of shit, Robin?
So when you get this call from Mitt Romney's office that they want.
Now that's a mind fuck.
Are you intimidated by that? Because that's not your world. And
I actually wrote out a list of questions.
Did you?
Yeah.
So you walked in and he said, excuse me, Governor.
He walked in, we were like laughing, started bullshit, and I was like, hey, I only got like 45 minutes. You care? I'd like to ask you some questions.
So who's in the room? Are you, Mitt Romney?
Just me, Mitt Romney, and one of the aides or something. Some Secret Service guys are hanging out.
Okay, yeah. And they probably said, hey, listen, this guy is unstable, this Kid Rock.
Did they check you out?
Yeah, I mean, did they frisk you before you walk in?
No, they didn't frisk you. They came and checked the house out, and I have like a gun hanging over the fireplace. They're like,
can you remove that?
Does this fire? Blah, blah, blah.
Do they search your hair? I mean, they concealed weapons?
They were real laid back. Those guys are cool. I got to say, just in all my dealings, whether it's
Romney came to your house?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a big gun guy, right?
Yeah.
Do you go hunting with Ted Nugent?
I just did this weekend. He taught me how to bow hunt.
What do you shoot?
Whitetail.
White-tailed deer?
Deer, yeah.
Well, down in Alabama, we do
that?
Turkeys, whitetail, doves.
I couldn't do it.
What?
I can't kill animals. I love those fucking deer. They're so beautiful. I don't know how you do it. I can't. I'm a pussy. Go ahead, say it. I don't give a fuck.
You're a little bit of a pussy for that.
Am I?
I think you would enjoy it.
When you kill the deer, you don't feel bad?
No.
Do you really eat them? Ted goes,
Yes,
I drink the urine.
It's the most lean meat, best for you can eat, rather than some fucking cow that's raised on antibiotics and bullshit. You're eating this animal that's, grass-fed in the wild.
It's really
And by the
that
way,
good.
if you don't, yes, and, Ted even is doing things, way beyond where, he's a conservationist. Every tree that, he cuts down, he plants 2 more. Same with the animals, these deer that are overpopulated, they're dying of horrible deaths like tuberculosis and other things. He goes and thins them out, and then he takes that meat and feeds homeless shelters and things.
Do you hang out with Ted?
We did last weekend. That was my first time in a while. We're always texting, but he taught me how to bow hunt,
Is he that manic when he's like...
He's a great guy, man.
I enjoy him.
He speaks in T-shirts.
Right.
We're driving out to the blind this weekend, and we were talking about something. He goes, "I didn't create fuck you. I just perfected it."
Yeah, it's like everything's almost a song title.
Yeah, right.
Do you ever say, "I'm going to write that down and use that"? I mean,
it's But he speaks in headlines.
But you can see how he became a songwriter because he does speak in like Steven Tyler's like that too.
Yeah, very animated.
You've been critical of Steven Tyler. You thought
for American Idol. I love Steven Tyler.
But who doesn't?
You didn't think American Idol
I'm a little critical of you doing your thing.
You don't like me doing America's Got Talent? I love doing it. It's so much fun.
No, man. You're like the most credible, kick-ass motherfucker from back when I had band with the FCC.
Right.
The FCC every now and then. And then it's like, Howard Stern's joining America's Got Talent. I'm like, fuck!
But you see, that's why I did it.
Boom. Another one bite for dust.
But I enjoy... You know what? I came to the conclusion.
It's money, isn't it?
Money? No way. I need the money to go do it? I love watching...
I don't care how much money you have. Everyone loves more money.
But can I say something?
Yeah.
Steven Tyler did it for the money.
I know.
I know that for a fact. He needed money, and people are wiped out by that. They go, how is Steven Tyler? But
so you enjoy to have a TV camera in your face and tell these kids that aren't talented. I flipped the channel one day, some kids crying, and you're like,
I felt bad.
I hate this sucks.
I felt bad.
It's like you're kind of a deer in headlights, even though you're a great media person in front of the camera. Now it's like the camera's on this, And
it's funny, when I read your criticism of Steven Tyler, I said, Kid Rock must think that of me, too. And I said, part of me knew that was going to come about.
Sure.
But Robin knows this. I would sit and watch this show. I love the show. I love America's Got Talent.
He was a huge fan.
Why are you smiling? I'm being serious. This is why I did it. And I said, I've pissed off America in every single way. Wouldn't it shock America for me to actually go on that show?
And be nice.
And be a respectful, maybe a mentoring normal person. Yes.
I know exactly how you feel, because when I do things that I guess are a little out of character for Kid Rock,
I'm sure,
nice guy, I'm like, shh, don't tell anyone. I'm the American badass.
But I'm sure when you endorse Mitt Romney, you get the same kind of shit I get for doing America's Got Talent.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm just saying my opinion.
Right.
And I'm glad you have one. And I think if everybody would calm the fuck down, it's okay to stand for something.
I agree with you.
Just stand for fucking something.
I hate the people who are undecided.
Exactly. I got friends that didn't vote, man. I want to smack them upside the head.
I think it's an insult to American veterans if you don't vote. Like
100%.
I'm a pussy. I have never gone to war.
Shelley, are you listening, you fucker?
Yeah, Shelley.
Yeah. No, Chelly.
Who? Chelly? Yeah, Chelly.
Shelley, you non-voting motherfucker.
I was going to say, Shelley, you got a fucking
girl's name.
You know what? I'm going to start calling him Shelley.
Right, Shelley. But these guys literally died.
I know. You're preaching to the choir, brother.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to go vote. In China, they only wish they could vote. They have such an oppressive government.
Unreal.
How could you not vote? You're absolutely right. So get back for a second.
Yeah.
So Romney shows up at your house, which is freaky anyway.
Fucking crazy.
Crazy. They go
think that, I started out in this business, wanting to get a hot piece of ass and maybe a new car.
Yeah.
Fucking this is going to be exciting. You remember the days when we're like calling hookers on the fucking phone from the hotel with
remember you were in a room with
Fred Durst.
Was it Fred Durst or was it Axl Rose too?
Probably both.
I think they were both. Are you in touch with Axl Rose at all?
No. When I did that record with Slash... I'd never heard from him. I think I heard he was pissed off.
You got kicked out of the group.
Yeah, I was out.
So you're the enemy because you did a record with Slash.
And by the way, man, I had such a great time hanging out with Axl.
Right.
People, he says what he means, and and he's definitely that guy. But he's fucking such a sweet guy.
Is he?
Really,
but there's something wrong, right? I mean, he can't get along with Guns N' Roses.
I don't. You see, I'm not shriveled inside. You know, we didn't really get into that stuff. But it kind of reminds me of Eminem a little bit, where they're just like these. It's just. I don't know if reclusive is the word, but, you know, they take everything so literal.
Yeah.
If me and you say something about them right now, they're going to fucking find out about it, and there's going to be a grudge held for fucking ever.
You're right. I get the feeling that Eminem is such a damaged guy that, and I mean this, I mean...
He's come a long way, man.
Yeah, but I mean, he's so fucking
Really
angry that
great kid.
Like, I think he's just got such a chip on his shoulder that he can't relax. Do you hang out with him in Michigan?
Occasionally, yeah. Just not too long ago.
Yeah.
Came by the house, we had dinner, and it was really kind of weird because we were having dinner at my nice dinner table, and, you know, I cooked and stuff, and just having this sophisticated kind of dinner, just laughing about, you know...
Stuff.
You know, it's people, you know, that somebody you can... I'm sure you've had this experience where somebody you kind of... You came up with at the same time before you had this celebrity and shit show of money and everything else, and just kind of laughing like, holy shit, it fucking worked.
Right.
Can you believe this?
Yeah, it's really quite unbelievable.
It's incredible.
He seems to have taken, like, sort of a quiet road now, right?
He's great. He's just great family guy.
Do you hang with... Bradley Cooper was in here. He goes to De Niro's house, and they hang, and he describes this hanging as like, he could sit on a couch with the guy and not say anything for a while. Do you do this kind of hanging? Like, not like kind of just...
Hank Jr.'s kind of like that.
Hank Williams Jr.
We'll go see him today after this. We're actually going to Alabama to do a little hunting.
Boy, you're on a hunting tear.
Yeah.
Well, it's hunting season.
Yeah.
Will you hunt with a bow or with a gun?
With a bow right now.
You're all about that.
Well,
This bow hunting must be pretty easy if you just learned it and now you can do it.
You know, the shooting the bow is pretty easy to pick up on, but then when you factor you're in this deer blind, you got to be quiet. You got to load this arrow up, shoot out of this little window, and you got to wait till the deer gets close enough. Like we saw this deer at Ted's house, and I'm like, fuck, if I had a rifle, that thing's dropped.
Right.
But yes, we're sitting there trying to be calm and patient, waiting for it, and it never came close enough.
And what is the thrill that you and Hank will sit and talk, I guess, while you're waiting for a deer to show up, right?
Well, no, we're not sitting in a blind together. We have for turkeys a little bit, but...
you don't sit side by side?
No.
You mean he's in his blind?
That's a little gay.
Is that gay? If you sit next to one another with your guns?
Blind. Maybe with your girlfriend or something.
Hey, Hank, jerk me off while we're waiting for this deer.
Hey, if I fall asleep, don't be scared to unzip it.
So Hank is in his blind, and you're in your blind, and like, do you ever? And so you're really
texting now. It's great with the texting.
Can you text each other?
Yeah, you can text
while you're hunting.
High tech redneck, man.
That's crazy. Yeah, look at you.
Right.
Oh, so you'll go, and then you hang out at his house and
no, I got property. We got property together. Like he's got some came for sale, so I bought it. I actually put a double wide on it.
Where is this?
Outside Montgomery. We call it L.A., Lower Alabama.
He says to you, I moved to a place. Why don't you buy
He's been there for years. He kind of was raised down there.
And you said, hey, I'm going to buy the property next to you.
No, he said this, another, like, I get 400 or 500 acres came up. He goes,
I think you should
if you want to buy it, you should get it. Connects with mine. I'm like, awesome.
Wow.
Great investment. I'd love to be down there. It's like going back in time. It's just a simple way of life.
Nobody asks
simplistic people.
Nobody ever asks me to move next to them. You know what I mean? Like I don't get a call from someone who says, hey,
but Howard, you're not going to put a double wide on anything.
I got 10 acres for you whenever you want it, Howard. 10 free acres.
But I see, again, like Bradley Cooper's saying the same thing. You guys all hang out with each other. I'm not hanging out.
I had your All right, fuck you.
What?
I had your wildfire number for a long... You had wildfire, right?
Yeah, I did.
For a long
I
time.
got rid of it.
I would call and leave you messages when I was around or had I'm going to say, Howard, if you know you're around, you want to grab dinner, this, that, and the other. I never heard back from you.
Yeah, because I don't know how to enjoy that.
You said this back then, too. I get weird around people. I don't know how to hang out.
Yeah, I don't. You'd be disappointed hanging out with me. I mean,
you'd have a blast.
You know what? And
because you need to hang out with people who enjoy other people's company. Now, if you're saying that you're not, you're just hanging out with the wrong. You're hanging around with knuckleheads. Then
I am.
Yeah.
Anyone who knows me, you're a knucklehead.
Yeah.
Kid Rock is right. Because it sounds like a nice
Why would you
thing.
take up a dinner invitation?
Because then it's like, what are we going to talk about? And, and he's going to be bored, and
We can just sit there like Bradley Cooper and De Niro and not say anything.
Yeah, right. Just sit there. Gay. That was a little gay, wasn't it? Did Bradley get a hold of you? He wanted to.
Yeah, no, we talked in the hallway.
Yeah, he likes you. So get back to this Mitt Romney meeting, because I'm really curious.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
What a life you're having. I mean, it's really like Eminem's over for dinner.
Fucking bonus round of life, no question. If I died tomorrow, I made it to the bonus round.
And you probably try to live a healthy lifestyle because you love your life so much.
I balance it out better.
But is the best part these friends who kind of come, like Ted Nugent and hunting and Eminem coming over for dinner? Is that the best part?
It's a really fun part.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever going to beat friends and family, kids you grew up with and people you've been around your whole life. But it's definitely a fun little shit show,
Do you spend time alone and like when you compose music, when you wrote this new album, don't you have to be off on your own and kind of like obsess over it and do your thing?
Not really.
But where do you write this music?
It's just what I do.
It just happens. You scroll
But
it
you
down.
don't have a regular writing routine where every morning you have to go and sit for a little while?
Well, you know, when we're in that mode, I mean, I'm writing all the time.
You are. What do you have, a little journal like you keep?
Well, you got your fucking phone now that you put ideas in. But yeah, I keep little notepads around and just jot things down. Or I have there's always a guitar. I'm never far from
What did you jot down yesterday, for example? Like, what was something?
I was actually writing. I was actually something political that I don't know if I'll ever use, but it was something about hanging with Hank and Ted. It was like something. I have to look at my iPhone. It was like
Take it out. I want to know what you wrote in there, because maybe I have a song of me and I don't realize
I could probably play it, but I don't think this will ever get used.
You play it for me. This is on your what? What do you have, an iPhone?
I have an iPhone 4.
Why not the new one?
Can't afford it.
Seriously, why not? It's great. It's much lighter. Hold it up to your little microphone on your headphone.
Here. Is this the one? What's the date?
What is the program you use to write these ideas down into?
Let's see your speaker.
Yeah, put it on speaker. What do? You talk into it?
Yeah, let's see here.
You don't work it very well for a guy who...
you might not ever get that idea back.
Yeah, I mean, by the time...
How do you work this?
Yeah, by the time you get the fucking idea down into the iPhone, it's gone, isn't it? Don't ideas just come and then... Don't you lose ideas a lot? Look at you. You're horrible with it.
Why is it not coming out?
You got it on mute, I bet. Do you have it on mute?
Speaker?
You go ahead. Talk me through it.
Play.
Go ahead. Oh, there it is. Now make it louder. All right.
There.
Are you left or right? I was born to be dead. And when I die, I'll lie somewhere between old Hank and Ted.
So in other words, that came to you.
Yeah.
You speak it into the iPhone.
Yeah.
And by the way you operate an iPhone, you probably lost a million ideas. Am I correct?
Normally, I jot them down.
Right.
And I have a little voice recorder, one of those old school ones.
Right.
That's easy. I keep my backpack, but I'm just learning this thing. I only got 4 or 5 ideas on here.
When you're sitting with Ted, does he ever bring out his guitar? Does he ever say, hey, let's just jam a little bit or something?
Well, not this time, but I mean, it happens with a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah, right.
I have to learn so much from Hank that way, We're sitting at a piano or just sitting around picking. I've learned, I've been fortunate because I was never taught any of this stuff, but to sit around with Jerry Lee Lewis or Hank Jr. or Billy Gibbons, these people, and just have them show you a thing or two and just be having fun doing it. And you're kind of like bonding, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm getting the greatest lesson in the world.
I saw Billy Gibbons recently. John Varvatos, the great designer,
Detroit guy.
And I love him. He dresses me for America's Got Talent. I know.
That's sweet.
Well, hey, whatever. So I'm gay. So I told
He's
you
really crossed over.
Yeah, I'm gay.
Is this scaring you away from our dinner date?
Who dressed you?
What's that?
Who dressed you today?
Come on. Do I look like I have a fucking stylist?
No, but John Varvatos, he had an unusual event right in his store. He had ZZ Top playing. They must have done about 7 songs.
I saw they did a deal with him or something.
Yeah, 7 songs or something like that. And man, that Billy Gibbons, is he underrated as a guitar player or what?
Jimi Hendrix on the Dick Cavett show years ago called him, when he was young, said, yeah, my new favorite player is this young cat out of Texas, Billy Gibbons. And I mean, I've been, Billy's one of my fucking great friends in the business.
Do you ever say to him, shave that fucking beard already?
Fuck, no, that thing's awesome.
You love that beard.
Look at how, like, the beard is like the new hip. Everyone in Brooklyn's got a fucking beard. Billy Gibbons.
Well, those are
started that
Hasidim.
shit.
You can't. They don't count. Now, so by the way, with my clothes, wouldn't I fit into Malibu High School? Your son couldn't make it there. I could have cut it there.
Yeah.
Tell him I would have loved it. So all right. So get back to Romney.
Yeah.
He shows up at the house.
Yep.
And
I asked him some questions.
What did you ask him?
One of the main ones was because I asked George W. Bush this at the Kennedy Center one time.
Yeah.
This big thing with all the presidents that were alive except Obama. We're in this room together, so we're killing time. And I'm like, and I asked Bush, I go, would you be interested? Because he has this 1,000 points of light thing with his dad, charity. So it's left and right coming together to do a good thing. I go, would you be interested? Be kind of an unusual story of helping me help the people of Detroit and the city. And Bush looked right at me and goes, no.
I don't want to do it.
He goes, no, not really. He goes, I'm
really
done with
doesn't
this.
want to do anything.
He goes, I'm done with this shit show. I've had enough. I'm going back to Texas. I'm going to disappear. And I go, you know what? I respect that.
Right.
He
It was
just
an
told me
honest
no.
answer. Right.
So I kind of asked the same question to Romney. That was one of my main things after asking him. It's like, do you just want to be president because your dad was rich and he was governor and you want to outdo your dad?
Right.
These are my questions.
Because that could be the motivating force.
I'm like, I know what it's like to want to be better than your father.
Right. I'll succeed where your dad didn't make it. He'll make it.
Of course, I'm getting these. No, I really think I can help America. I'm like, all right, cut the shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is my living room. It's not going to leave here. Of course, I'm spilling it all now that the election's over. The election's over. It's fair game to talk about.
Does he wear jeans to your house?
Jeans and a collared shirt.
Right. Well, are they
really?
They're not really hip jeans.
No,
mom jeans.
What's hip jeans?
Yeah, right.
I got Wranglers. Are those hip?
So he's wearing jeans, yeah.
You were saying. So my main question, I went back to Steve. I go, honestly, I know you're from here. You went to Cranbrook schools. I go, and I know Detroit. Probably the state's not going to vote for you. Definitely not Detroit. I'm like, will you help me? If I need a phone call or something, help me to help out and do some great things in Detroit. If you have the power of the presidency, he's like, absolutely, I will. He goes, I love this town. I was raised here. I'll help you out at any level. I was like, cool, I'll vote for you.
Right.
That was my agenda.
And so, and then he got.
I believe a little bit more right because I'm into less government.
Right.
All the other shit, man. If gay people want to get married, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but you know,
if let a woman decide if she wants to get abortion. Like these far freaky right-wing people, they creep me out as much as the pot-smoking hippies.
But Ted's very, very political and very right-wing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like
he
out
doesn't
there.
care about gay marriage and all that shit.
I know. That's what I'm saying, though. Like those religious yahoos are taking over the whole Republican Party.
The Republican Party.
They are the Tea
But what
Party.
did Ted mean when he said he'd probably be in jail or dead in 6 months if Obama got reelected?
I can't speak for Ted, Robin. Don't put me on the spot.
No one can speak. I don't think Ted can speak for Ted. Do you think Ted's insane?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No. You love it. And so when you go to his home and hang out, it's this relaxed thing, and you hang out with Charlemagne and Charmaine and you hang out with all of them, and and he's got this very traditional kind of life where he goes hunting all day. And does he wear like that bow and arrow and the little skirt he used to wear on stage? Remember that?
He didn't have that on. He comes out with a buffalo.
Remember he used to come out?
Genius.
Yeah, too much.
Comes out in a loin on a buffalo.
Yeah.
How can you not be entertained? Are you not entertained?
That's unreal. So anyway, Kid Rock has a new album. It's called Rebel Soul. Now, you've made a new move here. I
did?
Yes. You were very resistant, let's say, to iTunes and all this stuff. I mean, you hated the internet. You don't like that people don't buy albums anymore. They buy the singles and all this stuff.
No, the thing with iTunes was more of, telling everybody that their music's the same price.
Right.
Now, if you think Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA, should be the same price as my son's garage band,
right.
I don't agree with you.
But you've changed with the times, and now you're selling the album on iTunes. You've bowed to the new way of doing things.
Nah, I did it on my own terms.
Did you?
I sold millions of records without iTunes when everyone told me once again in my life that I couldn't do that.
That's true. How many records have you sold? What is it?
Without iTunes?
Yeah.
Or total?
Total.
25 million, I think.
25 million records. And each time you put out a record, people said, no way you're going to sell any records, right?
God. Every time I just look at someone, they just tell me, nope.
Do you hate where the music business is now? It's hard to even get heard anywhere. New music, forget about it.
I feel bad for the kids coming up now. Although they have a world of opportunity, it's just it doesn't seem like anybody's hit the nail on the head yet. I'm confident that's going to change.
Well, a lot of people say the new...
I'm old.
Yeah.
I don't know what these kids are up to.
What you're saying is what's nice is you've got your core audience, so you can go out and tour and make money. So the pressure isn't on you to sell a lot of records.
Exactly.
But, it's a tough environment now. It used to be, hey, Aerosmith's coming out with a new record. Everyone would just go out and buy it.
Everybody can make a piece of music now. All you need is a computer.
Right.
Everyone thinks they're in a fucking band.
So what's the best way to sell...
Just go over the bridge to Brooklyn.
Right. But what's the best way to sell a record now? I guess you got to go out and...
It's fucking never changed. It's the same thing. Make a good fucking song.
Right.
It's that simple. If somebody else asked me how you do it, the piece of advice, write a fucking great song. You will not have a problem with anything else.
Right.
Nothing. Everything else will fall right into your fucking lap.
Yeah. But what if you do write a good song and you sort of can't get on the radio? But you're saying, hey, if I do write a good song, someone will
get
find
on the radio.
It'll somehow happen.
But what is happening with rock and roll? I mean,
nothing.
The radio stations are dying. What's going on?
The stations are gone. It's over-processed. And here's what's...
How many rock stations are in Detroit now?
One main one, Riff.
Riff? They're still standing?
Yeah, there's a couple classic rock stations, 94.7, 106.7. I don't know what their call letters are. But here's what's happened with rock. These people like Jason Aldean in country, they would be rock.
Right.
But rock won't play that. they think it's too country. But remember the Eagles?
Right.
And shit like this?
Yeah.
Jackson Brown?
Yes.
That was rock.
Right.
Now, all of a sudden, if it's not over-processed fucking band with, like, metal guitars that absolutely suck ass.
So you're saying the definition of rock has really not changed?
Country.
It's country. Because these guys come out with a band, and they do play. And
all they do is throw a fiddle in it. You
Maybe
take that fiddle out. You take a fiddle out of a Keith Urban song, or like I said, Jason Aldean or something like that. It's fucking rock and roll.
Yeah, you do have a point. You're making me see that. I didn't think of it. I guess I've been kind of snobby about it.
Yeah.
But you're right.
But you'll never beat this. I was just explaining this the other day. Hip hop, pop music, R&B, country. You will never beat a blues-based, barn-burning rock song live. In an arena, never.
It's so true.
Never.
Like I said, ZZ Top.
Period.
I mean, that's just a great show.
Yeah. I'll put Walk This Way, against Aerosmith live against any fucking pop or country band. Any day of the week.
Has Steven ruined Aerosmith by being on American Idol? I mean, can they come back and...
Nah, I think it was just a little, oh, man.
A little detour.
It's just,
And what was he supposed to do? They really left him.
It just seems like you wanted that spotlight so bad. Like, I've got to be in that spotlight. I abuse it to sell things.
Right.
Other than that, I'm going to fucking Alabama. Get the fuck away from me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I do not want it 24/7. I think a lot of people feel like that, but there are these people that like Kim Kardashian, shit like that. I gotta be in this.
I want to be famous.
I gotta be in this.
But her whole fame is being famous because she can't write a song.
Have a talent,
you actually have something that you can do. You actually sell records and you perform. I mean, it's a different kind of psychology.
But thanks for the boost of confidence that I'm talented next to Kim Kardashian.
Well, you are. I always said it. I think in a neck-to-neck battle, you would win any day. I'm not kidding. The way you move on stage, it's great. Now,
it's nice to have you in my corner, Howard.
Kid Rock's new album, absolutely. You can always count on me. Let's have that dinner. Kid Rock has a new album. It's called Rebel Soul. Kid Rock makes a good point. I remember how hard you worked in this business, and I think that, in all seriousness, hard work always wins out. And these kids who do want to go on these shows and win and somehow think they're going to be big stars, it requires a lot of work. A young Kid Rock used to send me songs.
How many stars in American Idol can sell at an arena every night?
0. I mean,
Simon Cowell, this fuck, thinks he's the greatest A&R guy alive. I'd love nothing more. God, I wish I was 25 again. If I was 25, I would walk up, punch that motherfucker right in the eye.
Why, though? What did he do?
That's Howard's boss.
Just for the fucking way he looks.
You don't like it?
Nothing about him. Fucking slimy fuck.
Have you ever met him anywhere?
No. I'm so ignorant, I would just punch him for fucking no reason at all. Fuck you.
And you know what? You're not kidding. I remember days you would call into my radio show in a room with Fred Durst and Axl Rose. You guys were fucking girls in a room and drinking for 5 days straight. And you were out of your friggin' mind. Have you calmed down, you think?
I have a little. I've just learned to balance it out, which is weird because when my son went to college, I'm like, game on.
Right.
I don't have to be responsible anymore.
He's out of the house.
He's gone. I got this fucking beautiful farmhouse with a big TV and some money in the bank to myself. Shit is going down.
Right. Are you going crazy?
I'm up at fucking 6 in the morning every fucking day. Like, I was sitting next to Central Park this morning at 5:30 in the morning. I actually wrote a little reflective thing on my website about, boy, New York's peaceful. I wish I was in a deer blind. I miss my son. Thanks to all the fans. Just
You're turning into a nice guy. You're turning into a mellow dude. Are you seeing any women? What's going on with you?
I got someone special, but I've learned my lesson a long time ago. Shut the fuck up about it.
For a while, you were on a mad tear with famous women.
You do the same thing. You did the same thing. Shit.
I'm sitting here whacking off. No, but I mean, I'll read you a list.
Oh, boy,
Let's go over it.
Let's
go over a few names.
Sure.
Let's go over a few names. Loretta Lynn.
Loretta Lynn?
That's what it says here. I swear.
Hey.
Did you fuck Loretta Lynn?
Who doesn't like a MILF? Come on.
Come on. Did you?
The biggest country star of all time.
Did you bang Loretta Lynn?
Absolutely.
You did?
Come
on.
on.
Oh, my God.
You
are a freak. Did you really?
Of course not.
But
I love Loretta. I can't say fucking she
According
is
to the
website,
whodatedwho.com, Kid Rock has been linked to Kelly Russell, whoever that is. I don't even know who that is.
Me neither.
Loretta Lynn. Tina King.
Who?
I don't know. Jamie King. That I know. I know. You dated her.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful girl. You ever hear from her?
Yeah, she's still a friend.
Yeah. Pamela Anderson, of course.
Check.
Can you be friends with her still or no?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't choose to hang out, but, once in a while, very, very occasionally a text, how you doing? Hope the kids are well.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice. Sheryl Crow, of course, we know about.
She's That's weird because she is like family and my sister. So thinking back on that one, I'm like,
mistake.
Well, this is like incest.
Yeah, but attractive woman.
It was a very small little, I think it was we got caught up in the music and
Were
kind
you
of
in
fell
love
in
with
love
her?
through the music.
Were you in love with her?
I'm still in love with her. I love Sheryl Crow. Like I love her to death like cornflakes.
That's another thing I like about you. You seem to like fuck these women, and then somehow you're friends with them. No one seems offended when you break up with them. You
don't got to be a dick.
Well, how do you break up then? Like, to teach me. Like, what do you say?
They usually realize they can't deal with me.
Yeah, but what do you say? Do you say, listen?
They're like, this isn't working out. And I'm like,
so they break up with you, is what you're saying.
That's too bad.
Why doesn't it work out with you? Do you purposely sabotage the relationship?
I think I have before, but
how do you do that?
Just, man, I might be a little too self-righteous. I know I'm a good person. I open the door. I treat people with respect. I know I have my quirks. I'm very upfront about them.
What are your quirks?
What's that?
What are your quirks?
Fucking my way or the highway.
Is that right? So everything's got to go down your way.
I mean,
is that
but
fair
I don't
to
think
a
my
woman?
way's that bad.
No, but is that fair to a woman? I mean, she's got to feel equal in the relationship, doesn't she?
Says who?
Says me. I'm serious. I mean,
well,
you're never going to be...
He's not getting that. It hasn't worked out so far.
I understand that. And
you want to be single. You don't want to really be in a committed relationship.
Well, no, I don't mind being in a relationship. That's fine. But, the marriage thing.
Can you give anything to a woman?
Of course.
Can you be generous and say,
Absolutely.
I'll do this for you and I'll do that for you, even though I don't want to do it?
Occasionally.
So you're saying if a woman is in a relationship with you and she asks you to do something for her, she might just very well get a no and say, I just don't fucking feel like it.
Give me an example. Like, get the groceries out of the car?
No. She wants to go see a Broadway show with you. You would do that
Absolutely.
for her. Even though you detest going to Broadway shows.
Absolutely.
You would do that.
Of course.
You're a good man. What can I say? Go through the horrors of that.
Especially after seeing that South Park.
All right. Jamie Presley, you dated Conchita Leaflang. I don't know who that is. Tamara Mellon. Isn't that the girl who invented Jimmy Choo shoes? You went out with her?
Yeah.
I've met her.
Nice girl.
Very attractive woman. No.
Classy girl.
Wealthy girl.
Wealthy. Went to Elton John's once. She picked me up in like a Benz and had like a bottle of Jim Beam and a 6-pack of Budweiser waiting. I'm like... Huh.
How do you lose her?
I could get into this.
Why not
How do you
stay
lose
with her?
She seems to be right.
What went wrong there?
I can't remember. I think it was just, she's in London.
Right.
I'm here. It was just, we had fun, and it was, still consider a great, great friend. I don't know.
Great friend because, what do you do? You say to her, hey, you're in London, and I need a woman by me all the time, and then you break up?
I don't think it was that depth. I don't think we ever got that far. I think we were both just having a good time.
You fucked Paris Hilton?
No. That's
a lie?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Mae Anderson.
We've hung out plenty of times.
Kelly Pickler you banged?
No.
Never?
Nope.
Says here on
she's like a sister, too.
It's got to be true, though. It's on the website.
You might as well bang these people. It says you do.
You might as well. That's right. I mean, that's a good point. All right, look, let's listen to some music here. Let me see what the hell you did. This is Kid Rock. It's a song called Let's Ride. You know what that means. Let's fuck. That's what it's about, right?
Our troops.
Oh, it's about our troops.
It's a battle.
Well, then Howard, you're wrong.
Everyone interprets music.
Yeah, what I know. Oh, it's about the troops.
It's kind of like a battle hymn.
In other words,
I wanted to make something that gets them, jacked up when they got to go and do the dirty work. They could be proud of. That's hard and heavy. That's not a sappy country song.
Right. Did you ever consider joining the military when you were younger?
When they had the first Iraq War, I would have been in the first. They were going of January if you were born in '71, so I would have been gone in the draft and I was ready.
You were ready. You would.
I wasn't going to join because I was in this music thing, but if I would have got called,
you would have done it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's Ride. Let me hear a little of this, and I'll see if I can figure.
with a drink and a cigar. Actually, I envisioned myself getting old, and so when the grandkids come up on the porch and I'm sitting there with my cigar and my rocking chair, I'd be like, Grandpa, what are you up to? Like, still rocking.
Think of all those years we knew. Imagine when you were hanging out with that little guy, the
Joe C.
Joe C.
God, he loved coming on here.
He did.
He did. He loved you.
Those were the wild
I was thinking
days.
about him this morning when I was having my little reflection moment out by Central Park. Just
You thought of him still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
like
because I know
that
he
guy.
loved coming on the show, and he loved because you would just break my balls so much. He loved that.
I love when Joe C. would come on. Joe C. was, well, how tall was he?
3'9".
3'9", had tons of medical problems.
Yeah.
How old was he when he died?
God, early 20s.
Early
Yeah,
20s.
he was young,
And
yeah.
he always was a fixture at the Kid Rock shows. He was on the albums.
Mm-hmm.
And this Joe C. loved Kid Rock, and he loved being on stage with Kid Rock.
Yeah, great kid.
And he was just a character.
Yeah. Remember when he popped out of the birthday cake at your birthday?
You in touch with his family at all?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, my brother still keeps in touch with his dad. You know, we invite him out to shows and stuff, but his mom still is, still can't.
She can't deal with it.
From what I understand, still very tough for her to deal with. You know, she can't come out to a show and stuff and things like that.
Because she's a broken woman.
Mm-hmm.
You lose your kid, it's a broken thing. Yeah, you just, it's
Yeah,
hard.
you know what? You bring it up a good point. I'm not in touch with his family as much as I should be.
Yeah.
I got to straighten that out.
No, you better straighten that out. No.
All right, now you've brought the show to a screeching halt.
We're broing out.
Yeah, right. Easy, huh? Are you crying over there? Smack you in the fucking head.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Fine, man. Let's go.
I bet you fucked Loretta Lynn, you devil.
Oh, that is so sacred to say that.
How's your...
You're going to run me out of Nashville for hanging out with you, Howard.
You got this girl now, huh? You got a nice girlfriend?
I'm not going to even speak
Is
on
she
it.
in the business?
You're not even going to...
Showbiz girl?
Nope. Maybe. I don't know.
Nope, maybe I don't know. That's one question.
I just learned not to talk about this years. I learned the hard way.
Why can't you say... I don't get
fucking,
you.
You've had plenty of fucking girlfriends to drill me on. This one's not happening.
Can I tell you something? I'm going to tell you something. You straighten your fucking head out. And I'm going to tell you right now.
Please.
Okay. I told this to some of these guys at Bradley Cooper. I adore my relationship with my wife. I'm proud to talk about her. I like,
good for you.
Yeah. And good for you.
Does that mean I got to do the same?
Yeah, absolutely. Be like me. You're a hero. All right, listen. I'm happy for you. You seem like you're in a good place.
I am.
You know what I mean?
Give me a minute, though. I'll fuck it all up.
Let's get together sometime.
Oh, God.
We really should.
Dinner, break some bread.
Try it
some
again?
good wine.
Let's break some bread.
Talk about the old days.
You're never around New York, are you?
Sure I am.
Are you?
Hop, skip, and a jump.
I'll give you my new number, man.
You sure you don't want to come down to the Camo Wrap Double Wide in Alabama with me?
You know, I wish I was more of a man. You guys would think it would be like having a woman hanging around.
It would be like Deliverance, you know?
Yeah. You guys would have me tied to a tree. Yeah, I know. I'd be nude. You'd be tied to a tree, and you guys would be goofing on me. I just know it'd be a disaster. Ted Nugent skinning me. I shoot myself in the foot with my bow and
That's
arrow.
your worst nightmare.
The new album is called Rebel Soul. You heard one of the tracks. I loved it. For additional information, go to KidRock.com. And don't miss Kid Rock's playlist. Oh, on Howard 101. I'm glad you're doing that.
Cool.
Kid Rock's going to actually, you know the thing that Scott the engineer mangled?
Yes.
Where he played all his favorite songs?
Right. Or actually songs he didn't like.
Yeah, he ended up playing songs he didn't like.
That's kind of funny.
You can hear Kid, he's going to do his own sort of hour music special and just play some of your favorite tunes.
Yeah, a lot of unheard bands.
What is, okay, give me a name of one of your favorite songs that we will hear on that special.
The Band of Heathens. Should have known. You don't know it, right?
Right.
Great. I think they're out of Austin. I don't really know that much about them. I just know their music's fucking fantastic. It's kind of like between country and the Rolling Stones, like rocking, but still, with a little southern rock tinges.
Right.
Phenomenal players, singers. Nobody's, they're really kind of off the map to the mainstream, so hopefully, hopefully it'll help them out.
Well, thanks for doing that, but that's going to be interesting. All right, Kid Rock, everybody. We'll be back with Robin's News right after these words. Thank you, and best of luck with the new album. Good seeing you.
Okay. You don't got a little corridor in here somewhere where I could, puff off a cigar real quick, do you? That would set the fucking building alarms off and shit?
This building's pretty bad with that stuff.
Wait.
So, all right, man.
A fan in here?
Let's try to maybe get together.
Let me see if there's a fan in here. Hit this unlocking. I know there's not an alarm.
Wednesday, today, November 29th.
Fucking fire through right on the wall.
Kid, so you were saying it went well in there.
Yeah, it was fun.
No dirt, no heavy dirt on you this time, so it was...
Nah, sorry, I'm getting boring in my old age, I guess.
You guys are so opposite as far as, you talked about your stances on hunting. Politically, he's a outspoken Obama supporter. You obviously a Romney guy. What's the common thread that binds you guys?
We're good Americans. We're good Americans. And, I think we're all the same, man. We want the best shit for this country. We just have different views how to get there, but at the end of the day, you know, thinking differently is what made this country great. So, you know,
you mentioned
people just need to calm down, not get so uptight about all this shit.
About all the details. We're all trying to achieve one common goal.
Exactly.
Before the interview, you told me you enjoy this little deviation from the cookie cutter press tour that you do.
Yeah.
At the same time, when you're in the studio and you hear a question that Howard's starting to formulate, maybe it's about a girl you were with a long time ago, anything at all, are you starting to be like, oh shit, here we go. This is what I don't like about doing Howard.
You know what you're getting when you're coming on Howard Stern. You know, I look forward to it as somebody who, I guess, is outspoken, who doesn't fucking lie or bullshit. It's it's actually a place that I look forward to because I don't have to fucking try to be, PC in any way. Say if they're interviewing me on some mainstream show where, I just want to blurt it out a certain way, but I got to think about it and be like, because if you blurt it out a certain way so many times, then they don't want to have you back in any of these shows. And at the end of the day, I'm trying to sell a fucking product, trying to get the music to people. But this is just a place where you can, it feels like you're sitting around talking with friends.
Let it fly.
Yep.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Good luck with your new album.
All right, man.
This is a Howard TV original production.
Do you believe that the Howard Stern Show is your own show? I just caught him staring at your breasts, I believe. Wait. Is this a gay website? Peter McKeffy, or Medicated Pete, as he's affectionately known, first twitched his way onto the Stern Show scene as Scott the Engineer's intern in the fall of 2009. Since then, his Tourette's-affected lifestyle has captivated both Howard and his legions of fans alike. From his time spent roaming the halls outside of Studio 69 after his appearances, to his failed attempts at romance, to his off-color employment choices, McKeffy's post-internship existence has been a myriad of missteps and awkward moments, often set amid the backdrop of a Cheers-like bar scene in Red Bank, New Jersey, where nearly everybody knows his name. We caught up with Pete during the waning days of summer, and as you're about to see for yourself, despite his local celebrity status, this wandering soul of the Central Jersey Shore is often found strolling aimlessly about. And it's in this bizarre daily journey that Pete both mystifies and beguiles an entire community. Located near the northeast tip of Monmouth County, Seabright, New Jersey is a picturesque Atlantic coastline town that's home to Donovan's Reef, a laid-back beach bar known for its live music and local vibe. And it's also where, as I was about to discover, Medicated Pete often shacks up with his dad, Pete Sr. Apparently, this is the place that Medicated Pete calls home. It's very, very strange to say the least because it looks like it's just an extension of this bar. But let's take a look. How you doing? Are you Peter?
In the flesh.
John Lieberman.
Oh, John, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice
How
to
you
meet
doing?
you. Come on in.
So this is home.
This is home, away from home, absolutely.
It looks like a storeroom or a storage room.
It's a showroom for the bar, of which you saw right over there, Donovan's Reef. Huh. And you definitely don't get cold at night with all the stuff here. And you want to see Pete, I think, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to see this, right?
So you and Pete live here, and
yeah,
we're just feet from a huge, beautiful bar on the water.
Yeah.
Convenient.
Makes it very easy.
Where's his room?
Down here. Oh, Christ. Let me see. Hey, Peter. Pete, you up? Is he naked? No, come on in. John, come on. What?
Cameraman, what's up?
What's up, man? So, this is the room, huh?
This is the magical room. Man.
This is where it all happens?
Yeah.
Now wait,
yeah.
isn't this supposed to be inflated?
Yeah, I popped it last night.
You popped it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I was having a lot of fun last night and I popped it, so...
You see his girlfriends? So you sleep in this room.
It was inflated. It looked nice. You know, when you got here last night.
Why isn't it inflated?
I had a lot of fun last night and I accidentally popped it.
Did you hook up last night?
Yeah, I did.
Who?
I did.
With who?
Oh, it was Labor Day weekend, so some random chick.
Pete continued to ramble on about his alleged drunken romp with a mystery woman before providing me with a brief tour of this peculiar beach bungalow bachelor pad.
So, this door has no screen,
shit.
as you can see.
Shit.
Putting my hand through it.
Look at this.
Got the trash can. What's in here? Well, that might be a clue as to what happened last night. There's a huge...
That might be it.
Bottle of Peachtree. Booze, and a McDonald's bag. You remember going to McDonald's last night?
No, I don't remember that.
Falling somewhere in between a frat boy's dream house and a merchandise hut, the rest of the bungalow is as muddled and messy as most of McKeffy's on-air interactions with Howard. Random junk, clutter, and misplaced furniture pieces adorn almost every nook and cranny of their living space. And as I attempted to map out our day together, Pete seemed unfazed by these less than ideal living conditions.
What are you going to show me today? Because I really want to see how you live.
Well, basically, the day goes like I start out here, get dressed, obviously, and then go to the library.
All right, well, why don't you get dressed? We'll go over to the bar, and then we'll head to the library, because I really want to see your resume, too.
Sure. Sure.
After going through his not-so-thorough morning routine, Pete and I began our 50-step stroll to Donovan's to meet some members of their staff, along with a very interesting barfly from this beachside staple of the Jersey Shore.
Who's this guy?
Get away. This is Dizzy Dave here.
This is Dave?
Everybody calls him Dizzy Dave.
Dave?
In Monmouth County.
You Dave?
I'm Dave.
John Lieberman, Dave. Nice to meet you.
I know you. I know everybody.
Nice to meet you, Dave.
I just can't figure out who works for Curly or Curly, you know?
How long you known this guy?
Too long. Don't tell me you got a 55-pound pig and a 55-pound drum.
Not everyone at the bar was like my new friend Dave, though. Susie, Donovan's manager, has known Pete for 16 years and helped clarify some of the details surrounding Pete's supposedly wild night with a mystery woman.
He claims he met a woman here last night.
Last night? No, there were only guys. I don't think we had any girls in the bar last night. It was raining. What was his name?
I don't remember.
Oh. So there was a girl here last night? Tell me about her.
I guess I was just so fucked up that I just didn't remember shit, you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
That usually happens, you know?
I just caught him staring at your breasts, I believe.
Yeah, well.
Does he generally do that?
I mean, yeah, you know, you'll look up and whatever girl is near him, he'll sort of have that peety look on his face with his jaw kind of open, giggling, and just sort of looking at boobs. Yeah, he does. That happens a lot.
That's what?
That's just me, you know?
So it's excusable because it's you.
Yeah.
But as I got to chatting with more of Donovan's staff, I discovered that Pete was stealing more than just cheap looks down Susie's shirt.
We'll just lurk towards the bar. Not much going on there. Every now and then he might try to swipe some tips off the bar. Yeah, you heard me correctly.
Pete, this is a very serious accusation. So let me ask you this. Have you taken money off the bar, money meant for tips for these hardworking bartenders, and put it in your pocket?
When I've been drunk, I've been accused of that, yeah, and that has happened. And it's just like, I just don't know where my mind's going.
There's stories other bartenders will tell you too, where it's $2 to $3 at a time. So collectively throughout the night, maybe $20.
Still, $20 a night is $20 a night.
He's not drinking. Where's it going?
How awkward is it, the fact that he lives 30 feet away?
Well, the most disturbing part is last weekend I found him passed out against the shed with pizza just all over him in his hair.
How does it end up in your hair, and how do you end up passed out over there?
Well, that's the part where it gets kind of dicey. It's like I don't remember any like details or anything. It's just so like abstract.
Pete's recollection of his mozzarella cheese-covered night was providing me with little insight into the reasons behind his inebriated antics. So I decided to check back in with Pete Sr. to learn more about his son's backstory.
What is it about your son that our listeners and our viewers might not know?
Peter is smarter than a whip. He has a chemical imbalance, which is Tourette's, okay? He's got a heart the size of a manhole cover. I couldn't be prouder of my boy. He's not a boy anymore, he's a man. He loves the radio. I'll tell you one thing, what Howard has done, and all you guys for him, his self-esteem has gone up so much. It's just incredible. And I appreciate, my wife does too. I mean, I love him. You know, it's Pete and repeat, Pete squared. He's been with me, you know, forever. And I told the guys before, he skied around the world with me. He was a model when I was at Skiing Magazine. He's a great skier. You know, he's got a band. He's an incredible drummer. He can sing. He doesn't brag about himself. And somebody that's accomplished as much as he has, it's amazing that he won't tell the story.
As I continued to delve deeper into Pete's past, I uncovered even more about his lifelong bout with physical afflictions.
Tell me, Pete Sr., at what age Pete Jr. was diagnosed with Tourette's?
About 2.5, 3 years old. My wife found out it was just he wasn't rolling over. As a mom, it's like, went to the doctor, there's something wrong, there's something wrong, there's something wrong. And we finally got the diagnosis, a thing called Tourette's.
It wasn't just Tourette's. What other diagnosis?
He was born with, it's a form of cerebral palsy called infantile paraplegia, which he was paralyzed on the left side.
And he was paralyzed on one side completely?
Left side, yeah. Left side. And that's gone away. But again, people think cerebral palsy is Mongolism, and it's not. Cerebral palsy is a neurological disorder. And that got better through therapy. And you'll see Pete does this. That's Tourette's and that too.
What's the hardest part about being Pete's dad?
Nothing.
Now I've learned that Donovan's is less of a bar to Pete and more like a second home. But now I wanted to go to the place that changed Pete's life forever, the infamous public library.
So Pete, how much has this library changed your life?
Before my internship with Howard, I would come here and post resumes online. And I would upload my resumes to different places. Since I got the internship with Howard back in 2009, this has changed my life 720 degrees. I mean, it's been a surreal, great experience. I mean, I can't really put it into words, like how much it like changed my life. It's not just an internship. It's not just working for a radio station. You know, it's changed my life socially, and everything about it has changed.
As I continued my stroll with Pete, it wasn't long before I witnessed the magnitude of this life-altering internship.
Everything's been
Clearly a lot of people here know you. We just got a Baba Booey out of a truck. So clearly you're a star here in Red Bank.
I guess you can say. I mean, a lot of people here do know what's going on.
Are you nervous?
A little bit.
Okay. Why?
A little bit. I don't know. It's just it's excitement. It's a little adrenaline, you know.
Okay. Relax. And, we're gonna go in the library. We're gonna see Kathy, and we're gonna look at your resume.
Sounds like.
So relax.
I will. Sounds like a plan.
A former office manager for Howard during his run on terrestrial radio, Kathy Tobin first took notice of Pete a few years ago and realized that she could use her Stern Show connections to help give McKeffy a much-needed boost into the world of broadcasting.
How did this lady change your life?
She changed my life really everywhere, because it wasn't just an internship, you know. I mean, A lot of people recognize me now, and it's a cool feeling to be able to talk to people, and I feel more confident now. And where I didn't have a lot of confidence before, so.
You're getting teary-eyed. You okay?
Oh yeah, no, I'm just kind of excited, you know. So.
Clearly touched by Kathy's generosity, McKeffy's fleeting glimpse of emotional transparency was the most real moment I'd shared with him all day, and I was hungry for more. So we sat down at the table where Pete's love affair with literacy all began.
For example, what goes through your mind when you see this?
Wow, it just brings back so many memories. I mean, I used to sit here and play with these blocks and, you know, like that. And
that doesn't go in that hole.
And
see if you can find out which hole that goes in.
Like this one, like that one.
Here, try that.
Like, I think that goes there.
There you go.
Whoa, look at that.
So you used to spend a lot of time in here.
Yeah,
as a kid.
I did.
And what would you do?
I think I was like reading books and stuff. I think like as a youngster, just started reading children's books.
Can you complete this?
I don't know.
Well, let's try.
Yeah. I think that doesn't go there. That might go. Nice.
Yeah,
nice. Nice.
All right.
Getting somewhere, huh?
You're getting somewhere. You only have 8 pieces left.
Oh. There you go.
7 pieces left.
There you go. Look at that.
All right.
Look how fast I'm getting with this.
Now you're getting it. Yep.
I'm getting the hang of it now.
All right.
Look at this. Wait a minute. This is not working. I'm sorry.
We only have a couple more hours in town, so.
Oh, okay.
They don't make these as easy as they probably did when you were a kid.
No, they don't. No, this is very complicated. Very complicated. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
I think we're almost there, John.
We are. We got 3 left. You're doing real well.
I appreciate that.
I'm not sure who this is more uncomfortable for, you or me. I've been in a lot of uncomfortable situations.
I don't know. I think this might take the cake, you know? I think this definitely might take the cake.
All right, well, we're going to go do your resume. Try those last 2. There must be holes that fit. Then we have to go look upstairs.
Did you get the idea, though?
Well, I get the idea, but let's just see, just so you can complete it.
Did you get, like, the premise of it? Like it's like, you know, you put the round peg through the square hole, sort of? You know, kind of?
What?
Sort of. I don't know. All right.
2 more. All right, 1 more.
You're putting the pressure on me, John.
I know. It's tough. Close. No, 1 more. Come on. You can do it. Seriously. There. All right. It's a little loud for the library, but good job.
That's all right.
So, you came here 30 years ago as a child. How have you changed in that 30 years?
Not much, actually.
That is probably the truest answer that you'll say today.
I was beginning to learn that his daily trips to the Red Bank Library are rife with tedious moments like these. And as we made our way to the Internet Lounge, I was curious to see what a resume from the desk of Peter McKeffy looks like.
So, summary of qualifications. Highly motivated and responsible. You motivated and responsible?
I'd like to think so, yeah.
Except when you pass out in the parking lot of the bar.
With pizza all over me, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're familiar with transmission of broadcasts, switching, control of operations of telecommunications systems. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Did you copy that off of somebody else's site?
It just seemed inquisitive.
It seemed what?
It seemed inquisitive.
What?
Or it seemed
inquisitive?
Very very intellectual. So.
Public address announcer, Red Bank Regional High School?
Yeah, I did football games for,
I'm sorry to laugh. Stop laughing, guys. You're making me laugh.
What's that?
Sorry.
No.
So, you were a public address? Come on, man.
I know it's hard to believe, but yeah.
Sorry. Give me...
What the
we
F,
have to
John?
Sorry, we have to be quiet.
WTF?
We have to be quiet because we're in a library, but can you just give me a line of what you used to announce?
Well, like I said, I did football games. I announced football games.
Okay, so what would you say?
And 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Dude, you spit all over me. Okay, say that again. Say that again.
1st and 10 at the 26.
Okay.
You know.
And how long did you?
So.
How long did you have this?
So has the ball.
How long did you have this gig?
1 season, actually.
Okay, 1 season.
Yeah.
And all right, and then they got rid of you?
Yeah.
From outdated listings to stretched versions of the truth, it became apparent that this job-seeking redhead's resume needed a serious overhaul. And the final line on your resume, affiliations, Eagle Scout, Boys Scouts of America.
That's correct.
Boys Scouts?
Boys Scouts, yeah.
What is Boys Scouts?
If Boys Scouts, if you will, not Boy Scouts, Boys Scouts. So.
Is this different from what's commonly known as Boy Scouts?
Right.
This is different.
I just added a little S there, just to spice it up a little bit.
On purpose, or?
No, it was a mistake, but I just...
Oh, it was a mistake you're trying to cover up now.
That was an oversight on my part.
So, why should I hire you? If I had a job open as an employer, why should I hire you based on this resume?
I honestly have no clue. No clue at all.
A fitting answer, as I, too, had no clue as to what Pete was hoping to accomplish on these publicly shared computers each day, until I made a startling discovery while perusing his inbox. I'm looking in your inbox, and I see Match.com, Ashley Madison, 8-Minute Dating, Date Disabled. Do you try to date disabled women?
I've looked into it, yeah, but
Do you have a fetish for disabled women?
I do not.
And your username is Medical Pete, so people might think you're a doctor.
True.
Medical Pete. Wait. Is this a gay website? You've been invited to meet men NOT players in person?
I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. That is,
Just be honest. Do you...
No. It's really news to me.
Are you interested in men and women?
No, I'm not. I'm not bi.
I'm just a reporter. I'm just trying to find out. I'm trying to get an insight.
No,
so
listen.
I'll ask again.
No.
Are you interested in men and women?
No, I'm not.
Just women?
Just women, yeah.
But you are salivating a little bit at the thought of men.
I would never do that. No.
Are you into disabled people?
I'm into whatever it takes.
Have you had sex with a disabled person?
I have not.
And so I learned this place where Pete spends so much time each week is an integral part of who he really is. But what I was about to find out would shock me to the core. I have heard on the streets here that you also play the drums.
This is true.
And I know that a lot of days you'll stop into Monmouth Music and just start playing.
That's what this is right now, yes.
So take me in, show me what you do.
Sure. This is Nick and Ryan from the Monmouth Music. Ryan. What's up,
Pete?
This is John Lieberman.
How you doing? Hey, Ryan. Good to meet you. How you doing?
How are you?
Nick, pleasure. So you guys have been here a long time, huh?
Yeah, 25 years.
Wow. Tell me about this guy, what you know about him, and his music ability.
Well, I know he plays drums. I know he's got a cool voice, too. I've seen him get up with Brian Kirk and the Jerks. Oh, yeah. Right? Doing some tunes. Donovan's. Sure, he's one of our regulars here.
All right, and you guys have a set that he can bang out a few things on, huh?
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
Let's set it up.
Even with the endorsement of local music aficionados, I couldn't fathom a scenario where a guy who just moments ago labored over a puzzle tailor-made for toddlers was going to be proficient behind a drum set.
All right, do your thing.
Dave Grohl, he's not, but McKeffy's metronome timing was surprisingly solid.
Oh, what happened there?
I got caught up for a moment there.
You missed a couple of them.
Yeah.
Pretty good, huh?
As he continued to passionately pound the kit, I found out that drumming helps spark the most primal of Pete's instincts.
Yay!
Now, your face looks angry while you're playing the drums.
I love to get into it, though, you know.
What are you thinking about while you are pounding on these?
I'm thinking of having sex. Like, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about extravagant sex.
So you're equating beating down on these with sex?
Yeah, but not beating down on women. I'm not going there. But it's just I don't know, euphemation. I don't know.
A euphemation?
Yeah. Does that make any sense?
No, it doesn't make any
sense. Okay. All right.
Although I couldn't quite grasp Pete's sexual connection to drumming, I was now convinced that there was much more to this lovable lifer of the Jersey Shore than meets the eye. And it was in our next stop at the downtown cafe of Red Bank where I met the woman that sets Pete's huge heart afire.
We have a cute bartender in here. Top bartender.
There's a bartender you like in here?
Yes.
You spend a lot of time in here.
I do. Because this bartender, this is the reason why I come in here.
All right, let's see what she has to say about you.
With a gorgeous face and a personality to match, I knew right away why Pete was so smitten. So I decided to step aside and let the man do his thing.
I don't want to interrupt you two. In fact, I think I'm going to step out. You guys chat for a little while.
Christine, hey, listen.
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
Can I come back there and make some drinks with you?
You want to make some drinks with me?
I'd love to.
I don't know.
I'd love to.
You got to ask Chris that one first.
I want to challenge you to a drink-making contest. What do you think?
While it was nice to see Pete finally go on the offensive in his perpetual search for Christine's affection, Chris, the restaurant's general manager, offered him some more practical advice.
Have a drink. Don't make a drink. Have a drink.
Have a drink?
Have a drink.
All right. Yeah, why not?
After generously providing McKeffy with a tall, frosty brew to soothe his nerves, Chris made sure Pete's nervous, empty stomach was satiated by a delicious plate of sushi.
This is the first. I'm eating the chopstick.
Doing pretty good, man. Almost.
I'm in such a mess. Well, look at this. Yum. This shit's good.
Predictably, the man who was recently discovered with pizza cheese in his hair was struggling with chopsticks. So Pete opted to return to a more familiar Western take on food utensils. Pete doesn't know that we're watching him right now. He thinks we're at a bit of a distance. But he's dropping, as you can see. For every piece he gets on his fork, he drops 2.
It's going to take me forever to eat.
After he refueled on raw fish, I prompted a reinvigorated Pete to share his musical talents with the bartending beauty.
You're just so stunning. Stunningly beautiful. Right? Stunning. I'm gonna take my baby down to the shore. I'm gonna take my baby down to the shore. And if she wants more, then I don't know.
It was good.
Yeah. Need a little practice on that.
That's good. I give you credit for trying.
Yeah.
Pete's pursuit of Christine clearly wasn't working, but as I was learning, Pete is anything but a quitter. So I decided to trail him as he tried his luck on a couple of unsuspecting ladies nearby.
Who are you?
I'm at Pete. You're from the Howard Stern Show.
Oh, awesome. Yana from Czech Republic.
Seriously, you sound like you're from
I am from out there.
Russia or something.
No, Czech Republic. So what is it you're famous for?
I
guess you are if people are following you.
I'm a radio personality.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have a good voice? Let's see. Talk to me.
I have a radio personality.
Oh, wow.
Sexy, huh?
Yeah.
Sexy voice,
Let's see. Talk to me.
I don't know. What else you want to know? What else you want to know about me?
Do you work during day, night? When is your show?
The show's in the morning. Show's at 6 o'clock.
So you have to get up early.
Yeah, you know.
And people listen to you while they're waking up.
Driving, working, going to work.
Awesome.
Whatever how they do it,
What do you do? Like walk around bar and do a little small talk with everybody?
Yeah, basically.
And then you put it on your show?
Yeah.
And people call in your show too?
People call in, yeah.
I had heard enough of Pete's embellishment of the truth and felt it was time to intervene. If he was going to get anywhere with this attractive foreign female, he needed to refocus. Do you believe that the Howard Stern Show is your own show?
No.
That's what you told these women.
Well, being that they can listen to me as a part of the show.
You left out the part of the show part, though.
Yeah.
I
just got too into it because they're so beautiful. I got caught up in the conversation.
You get blinded by the beauty.
I do.
And then you'll
It's
say
amazing.
anything. And you'll do anything.
I won't. See, beauty is so... I don't know.
I could feel Pete's confidence beginning to lose steam, so I knew that I had to give him a beat to help reignite his fiery musical personality.
I want to take my little lady down to the shore. And if she wants more, then I'll take my little lady back to the shore. Yeah.
What happens after that? You take her back to the shore, then what? What? Come on, what?
Then I get into it a little bit.
Get into it.
I get into it a little bit.
So you're taking her back to the shore, and then what?
Pants come off. Pants come off.
The pants come off, then what?
Dress comes off.
The dress comes off, then what?
Immediately, I get this big fucking boner.
And then what?
And then it's like insertion, bro. Insertion.
And then what?
And then it's like penetration, bro.
And then what?
Penetration.
What? Then what?
It's digging deeper, bro.
And then what?
Deeper and deeper.
You're scaring me. Then what?
Going all over the place.
I have never seen anything like this. Then what?
All over the place.
I cannot believe how crazy you are. Then what?
In and out, 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 in and out.
And then what? I'm backing up a step because you're scaring me. And just like that, McKeffy's glowing spirit had returned. So he rolled up his beer-stained sleeves and got back to work.
Are you waiting for me?
Of course I am.
I want to take you down to the shore.
Look, now he's singing. This is like a revival, except now he's touching her.
I'll take you back down to the shore.
Oh, wow.
I think it's the alcohol because he drank the one beer and now he's into it.
Very comfortable right here. Awesome.
She is absolutely stunningly gorgeous.
When I began this journey embedded with medicated Pete, I didn't know what to expect. And now, after a full day together, I'm trying to comprehend exactly what just took place. In fact, I'm still unsure as to what I learned today, except for one thing. Peter McKeffy is an enigma. And while he's known around these parts as a wanderer, a drifter, I'd like to think of him more as a red-headed ambassador who, through a satellite signal that extends infinitely beyond the confines of the central Jersey Shore, brings joy and laughter to the masses. He may be eccentric and at times just plain bizarre, but Medicated Pete is a true original, beloved by everyone he meets. So now, as he is set adrift once again, what will become of Pete? Only time and the great wide open will tell. I'm John Lieberman.
This is a Howard TV original production.
On this episode, the Stern Show bathroom is viciously attacked.
Look, dripping wet shit.
Who is the guilty one? And will they suffer the consequences?
Did you do a shit and run?
I swear on the life of my children, I did not shit today.
What's your problem? Testing, 1, 2.
Baba Booey.
Yeah.
Hey-oh, yeah.
I guess I exposed Shitgate by going into the bathroom. I had to just take off a hat and brush my hair real quickly, and it stunk horribly. When I told people how bad it stunk in there, then people went in and further explored.
There's like liquid shit on the floor.
See?
Hey, note the time so we all know this isn't Richard.
Yes, note the time.
By the way.
So, there's stuff on the seat,
There you go.
Oh,
in the back, and on the floor
I was
underneath.
expecting a lot. Wait,
On
hold
the floor underneath.
Oh, that's cool.
That's great.
Oh, that's ass juice. That is fresh fucking ass juice.
That's why it stinks.
Hold on a second. It's gross. It smelled gross. It looked gross. No shit should ever be out of the toilet. Period. End of story. Oh! It's gross. Oh, gross. Hold on, I gotta get. Oh!
Ronnie's gonna go do
Tracy and Ronnie are on it. Tracy and Ronnie are on it right now.
It's whoever was.
Oh, they're leaking.
1 or 2 before me. That's who it is.
So the way the logs work is you have a key card, and the key card opens up the bathroom door. And there is a running log of every single person who goes in there.
I went to the room of the security office, and I said, pull the fucking goddamn thing that shows who went in and out of that bathroom this morning. And then I got the list.
So you went in at 8:40, that's the one?
It was like, what, 5 minutes before?
Well, no. Greg was in there before you.
Greg was in there before you? But hold on, Richie went in. When did Richie go? Richie, here's where Richie discovered it.
Benji again was the last one.
9:15, I think. I don't know.
No, it was before me.
Doug Goodstein is claiming he discovered it. So I'm taking Doug at his word that had to happen before him.
Right, that already makes Doug a suspect, but okay.
To me, right. But okay, so here were the 3 people, of course, that were in the bathroom before Doug. And then again, if this can come up, if we're going to talk bathroom.
Yeah.
It's around this time that I start to realize I've been in this bathroom 3 times this morning. I look like probably the most guilty of all the suspects. And I start to hear Gary mentioning my name.
Hey, Greg?
Yeah.
So, are you the one who made the discovery at 8:23?
With Richie, we just, but I don't think it happened at 8:23.
This was like 5 minutes ago. Greg was coming out, and I was going in to take a piss, and then I saw it.
Yeah, but Doug was the one who found it.
I tried to go in at one point and then quickly turned around because it was so bad in there. But then we didn't see where the actual smell was coming from.
So is this the smell or the actual?
There's a puddle of
Stuff
juice.
on the floor. Yeah. And in the cracks of the dog. Like,
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Am I gonna? Oh.
And it's wet, it's fresh. It's not like.
But I would take a lie detector that it wasn't like that's how.
Put up a note. Put up a note. Steve.
Yeah.
Put up a note. We think somebody shit on the floor in the bathroom.
Oh no, I would probably have to.
By the way, just to change to a happier topic, we think someone shit on the floor of the bathroom.
What?
What?
Yeah, and
What are you talking about?
we have a little private bathroom that we use for guests, and I've given permission for the staff to use it. Someone has done the ultimate foul. Look, there's shit on the floor.
How could they miss that?
And look at the bowl, Robin. If you can see that, not only did they shit on the floor, pan up. They shit all over the bowl.
Oh my God!
How do you do that?
It was like the St. Valentine's Day Massacre or something like that. Except it was one man with one anus and just a whole pile of shit.
It's on the wall.
No.
The
That's
shit
crazy.
is. Look at Robin. Look at
What?
that.
He's exploding.
Look at it. It's all shit underneath.
Oh, man.
God.
They're gonna have to take
You
that
lift up
apart.
the toilet seat and there's like shit stains.
It's everywhere.
It's like liquid ass all over there.
Oh, gee.
Once Howard got word of what was going on, it became very chaotic. We had to find the culprit. We had to find the mad shitter.
Doug Goodstein discovered it, and Doug was in there at 8:40.
Go ahead.
Before him, Greg, who works on our TV show, was in there a few minutes before that. So Greg was in there at 8:23. The person in there at 8:17, because how long can a smell last, was Tim Sabian.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. John, you're the new guy. Go grab an interview with Tim. Yeah. He'll talk about it.
And this is always Tim whenever we have an accident?
There's been inklings of shit on the back of the seat, kind of, and it's always been after Tim has been in there, and he drinks that fucking juice shit, and everybody's saying it looks the color of the juice that he was drinking.
Where's Tim? I need an explanation.
He was here in the building somewhere, but we couldn't find him for a long time.
I didn't know where he was. It's not like he has a bat cave that like I know where he is, but no one else knows. If people don't know where he is, I probably don't either. If he really hides, which I think he did that day.
Did anybody call him on a cell phone? Yeah, I didn't call it cell. I just called his cell phone.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Where?
Go ahead.
Right here.
All right, I didn't shit.
It's going in.
All right. No, I didn't shit.
Did you do a shit and run?
No, I didn't shit today.
Swear on the life of your children.
I swear on the life of my children. I did not shit today.
And the more someone doesn't come forward, the more this became intriguing and interesting and fun for Howard to play with.
Would you take a lie detector?
We don't need a lie detector. We have DNA.
We have DNA.
Oh, my
Do DNA then.
Would you do a DNA test?
Do DNA then. I did not shit. I swear to God.
Once they start talking about it and they latch onto it, this is like, it's the epicenter of ball busting. They're not going to let that go. That's a fresh piece of meat. This is what Howard lives for. So I knew that wasn't going away.
It's unthinkable, it's unimaginable, it's unfathomable that this guy went to the bathroom, shit everywhere, shit flying all over the place, and left the bathroom and thought there wouldn't be fallout from it. It's insane.
Gary, I know this is gross. I want that shit scraped for DNA, and we're going to test the 5 people who were around the bathroom.
I was at my desk in the newsroom, which is outside of the compound, when I started to hear this unfold on the air. And I knew immediately this was going to be a big story for us.
Lieberman said he'll do it.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Make Lieberman do it. He's the newest guy here.
Yeah, get some gloves.
Yeah.
Let's get a plastic bag.
Lieberman's a newsman. You want to be a newsman?
We have to make
Then
sure,
do it.
You got to go where the dirt is.
Gary, I can't hear what's going on. What are you and Lieberman talking about?
No, I'm being serious.
Gary, put your mic
Gary's not
on.
listening.
There's 50 fucking people yelling at me.
I missed the Lieberman conversation.
John Lieberman just said that he would go in and swab it.
With a Q, yeah, I will do it with a Q-tip.
Right.
But that area is being compromised, so I got to get to it right now.
Get to it now.
Right, before it's contaminated, as they say.
Do you have a Q-tip?
Yeah, sure. I carry them all the time.
Where's there a Q-tip?
And the next thing I know, I have plastic gloves on my hand, I have Q-tips, and I have baggies, and I'm gathering feces samples from the Stern Show bathroom.
Be careful, no contamination of the scene. What is this?
Oh, what is it?
What?
NCAA.
No. Hold on.
Somebody, look, somebody tried to turn off the light when they left.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, this is important. And you have it here and behind. Oh.
I'll play you a just drop the mic right on the tree.
Okay, this should be labeled floor to the left of the toilet.
I spent 7 years at America's Most Wanted, and I've spent a lot of time at crime scenes. So I knew that this scene had to be handled meticulously, and it had to be taken seriously, and we had to get as many samples as we could.
Floor to the left of the toilet.
I do have to say, Lieberman was pretty professional. He seemed to, it certainly looked like he knew what he was doing.
Ew! Oh my God. Is that rust? Is that rust? No, that's fresh. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh.
Somebody better fucking come here. That is shit. Look, dripping wet shit.
I've just never seen anything like it. There has to be an explanation.
God. Holy shit. All right, this is even worse than I thought.
John,
I'm about to throw up.
This one that you handed me, that was railing?
Railing, and this is railing number 2. There's actually pieces of shit on the handicap railing.
Tracy, the office manager, who likes things very clean, came to check up on the status of the shit on the walls.
Is that really fucking shit all over the floor? Over there?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And you're nice, huh?
Wow.
When you go in there at 8 o'clock in the morning and you shit all over the wall, there's something psychologically missing to think that that's okay to do it and then leave and just not think about it again.
Then we start calling DNA experts, and we're getting a variety of different answers.
They ended up getting in contact with a DNA center here in New York City. So, okay, standard labs don't do fecal matter DNA tests, and DNA, while it can be found in fecal matter, isn't always found in fecal matter. Okay, that's where we're at right now.
At that point, I began questioning suspects. We had Tim professing his innocence loudly and first in studio. From there, we went and questioned everybody else who had buzzed into that bathroom over that 3-hour period. That included Howard TV cameraman Greg Carmel.
So at 8:23, when you smell it, you don't look, you don't examine what's there.
I just figured someone had taken a really smelly dump in.
So you didn't even see anything at 8:23.
No. But I really
you smelled it.
And then obviously it was behind and underneath, and I didn't even. I don't remember if the toilet seat was up or down or not, but it was so pungent and it smelled so fresh that I couldn't stand to be in there, even just to pee.
Another suspect was Ronnie Mund. He had been in that bathroom that morning.
I was in there at 7 o'clock.
And it was
It
fine.
was clean.
Okay. That's what we need to know.
I'm telling you, it was clean.
Sal was a suspect because we already knew he had some digestive problems.
I think it may have been Sal.
Somebody in it?
No, I can't go in.
Oh my God. Crime scene. You don't want to indict yourself. You don't want to be implicated in that.
We're going to find all this stuff with Sal's in there.
Let's go get Sal's DNA from that shit.
Benji Bronk was a suspect as well because Benji also had been in that bathroom.
Benji.
Yeah.
Did you make a number 2 in there today?
No.
Really? Seriously?
No, I swear. Doesn't it say?
Swear on the life of your girlfriend.
I don't like doing that.
Okay, he did it.
He did it.
All right, fine.
Guilty.
You say I don't like doing it.
All right, Gary.
Check the DNA. Check the DNA.
Another suspect was J.D. Harmeyer. J.D. actually said on the wrap-up show that he was 99% sure it wasn't him.
I did use the bathroom in the number 2 capacity early, actually, Sunday night, because I got here early. I am 99.9% sure it's not me. And well, I
How can you not be 100% sure?
Because that's like the 0.01% of guilt that stands in my mind constantly. 100%.
I respect your honesty in coming forward like this. I think you're in the clear.
We ended the day not knowing who shit on the floor. I mean, we ended the day knowing that we were going to probably send the shit out to get DNA sampled. We ended the day knowing that the 2 main culprits were Greg Carmel and Tim Sabian. You used to see the DNA on my desk right now. It's ridiculous. Everything's labeled and baggies.
That's real reporting.
Real reporting.
Now you boys are filing them. I bet you it's going to be Sal.
It will be. I don't even know what you're talking about.
The DNA.
Uh-oh. No.
Uh-oh, both.
I can't believe this.
Uh-oh.
Yesterday on the show, as you know, Robin, there was duty found all over the toilet seat, all over the floor and walls. I am so pissed off that I have to find the culprit who doesn't know how to shit around
Nobody
here.
will step up. We've got to uncover them.
Can I go in there, Gary?
Yes. To say what?
I want to talk about the railing and to talk about the time frame.
I went in studio and I started to describe what I found and the evidence I had gathered. This was an explosion unlike any I've ever seen, and this was
a terrorist act.
It was on the left wall, the right wall,
It's impossible.
and then dripping from
I don't think I
the
could
railing.
shit like that if I tried.
Still kind of like
unless you stood up.
They cleaned it up. They cleaned it up in there, but they didn't do a good job because it's still on the wall.
Well, here's what I want to say right now. The person whose DNA matches that duty is being fired.
If you're making me go pay for this, and you're making me do all of this, and you're not confessing, then there's going to be repercussions.
I will find that person and hunt them down.
We finally got word from several DNA experts that it was impossible, that through what we had, it would be impossible to find out who did this.
Howard knew as well that the DNA testing might not come back accurate, but he played it off brilliantly.
Come forward now, admit what you did, and let's be done with it.
How does it feel to be a suspect in
Care,
Shitgate?
dude. I told you. Take my DNA right now. Stick the thing up my ass, whatever you want to do.
I feel like I'm affiliated with criminals. Because to shit on the wall like that and to abuse a common bathroom is criminal.
We ran a number of stories, including interviews with all of the main suspects. Tim from the get-go was defiant.
Tim.
Yes. Yes.
What does it feel like to be a suspect in Shitgate?
Hey, go fuck yourself in your Shitgate, all right?
I think Tim thought I knew more because we're so close to the bathroom with the control room. Maybe he thought I saw him and went in there like the split second after.
I have a theory.
Go ahead.
The person who did this, which I just passed Tim in the hall. He looked a little guilty, but I'm not saying
Tim, please come in and admit your guilt.
And just fess
And
up.
let's, because I don't want, I'm going to have to fire Tim, and I love Tim.
I figure, this is going to continue, and I'm just going to end it because I was getting tired of it myself. It was like, okay, it was fun, but now I got other things to do and to focus on, so let's do it.
Get there, Timmy.
Here we go. I'll get it, boss.
Tim, if it's you, just tell me.
Okay, I shit, okay? We all happy now?
No, now let me ask you something.
No, I gotta go.
No, but what, okay, so you admit you did it.
I like hot peppers.
What happened? Were you sick?
Yeah, I was sick.
You were, really?
Yeah, I was sick, really sick. I'm not kidding. I come to work sick. Doesn't matter how sick, whatever. That's it. I swear to God, I thought I was going to pass out.
I don't know what the hell happened, but there's got to be some weird ritual he does when he shits, because any normal person, I don't care how violent you have diarrhea, you would shit into a bowl. I mean, it's disgusting.
I didn't notice. I didn't care. I did what I had to do. When a man is sick, a man is sick. And I, my friends, was sick.
How do you spray out like that? I've never done that.
I was really sick, and I thought I cleaned it, but I was really sick.
All Tim wanted to do was say, I did it, and get out of there. And I took it upon myself, rightly or wrongly, to begin asking more questions when Tim was in the studio. How did you get it on the railings above the toilet?
No, I didn't even. Who knew? I thought I just took a shit.
Did you use paper towels?
How did you clean it up?
Paper towels.
Paper towels.
And where did you put them? Where did you dispose of them?
Put them in the toilet.
We're just going to need you to sign a statement when you go out there. Just
blow me, all right? Fuck John Lieberman. Fuck him. I had Mexican food the day before, and it was like I was sick. I must have had food poisoning for I don't even know. I was sicker than a dog.
There's so many questions. And this whole idea that he ate Mexican food, I don't care what food. There's no food on the planet that could shoot rocket fuel out of your ass like what happened to him.
And so it sprayed out of your ass onto the walls how?
I have no idea.
Do you stand when you shit?
No. I just
you in mid-squat?
I was like running in there.
Getting your pants down.
Yeah, running in. It was like I thought I was going to either throw up or,
Wow.
It was just involuntary reaction. I mean, it was just, run in, do what I had to do, and run out.
When he comes in the next day and admits that he was a big fat liar, yeah, you lose a little respect there.
I swear on the life of my children, I did not shit today.
Maybe he has another family of kids like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he really just doesn't care about those kids. He's like, and he doesn't care if they drop dead.
You probably don't want to swear on anyone's life if you know you're really lying hard through your teeth, especially your kids.
I swore on my kids I didn't shit. I didn't shit in the bathroom. That was an explosion. There's a big difference. Big difference. That's getting sick. That's a big difference. Let's define that. So, I love my kids, right?
You got your man. When you put pressure on a suspect, they tend to crack. And in this case, the pressure was building. And what's more pressure than Howard Stern saying he's going to fire you if you don't come clean? That was his genius. I was just here to assist.
Okay, we all happy now?
All right.
All right.
Thank you. Goodbye. Oh, gross.
Jesus.
I'm looking at his ass right now. Like, what came out of there?
The exploding ass.
Jason,
I don't know if I want to take your...
Oh, dude, what are you doing?
Are you washed?
Yeah, we're washed already.
I'm afraid to go to the bathroom.
Tim.
All right.
The truth came out.
I got to go back to work.
The truth came out, Tim.
One of the toughest aspects of working here is the fact that when you screw up or when you're on the hot seat, you have cameras in your face, you have news reporters shoving microphones in your face. It never goes away.
I got to go back to work. All right? Is everybody happy?
Was it the threat of a firing that caused you to relinquish the truth?
No, firing would be too good.
Tim.
What?
Were you smoked out of your hole? Were you smoked out of your hole?
No, I can care
How are you feeling today?
Good. I feel good today. Thank you.
Yeah, I spoke to a stomach doctor. He said the person may have had an infection.
Seriously, that's enough.
With Tim, I started to see the frustration mounting.
Tim, let me just ask you one quick question.
Seriously.
No, I...
Yep, it's done. All right?
But you know what? It's no accident when that guy walks.
Stop it. Seriously. I'm kneeling. Stop.
The truth shall set you free, Tim. Look at it. You told the truth, and now all you have to deal with is weeks and weeks of embarrassment and jokes and the Howard TV special about it. Was it that hard? Was it that hard?
You better fucking calm down with your eating. What is going on with you?
Does he need to set up?
Oh, yeah, we have to plug in.
You're combining what kind of weird diet?
No, I had Mexican food the day before, and I was...
and that green drink.
No, I'm walking to work, and it's like this. I swear to God.
You drink that green drink.
And I'm pinching my cheeks walking to
No
work.
Mexican food for you. Tim, we don't have time for your shitting. You're taking up an hour and a half.
Oh, shit. No, 2 hours.
2 hours.
And plus the wrap-up show. That's 3.
Well, maybe you should go shit again.
I got
Can
a
we
new
drop
Howard
it now?
costume now.
Because, you know what? The thing is, it's not so much the show, it's the aftermath. No, it's the aftermath. Yeah. How could you, as an executive...
You're setting an example for the rest of us, sir.
As an executive, how could you... Really? Well, executives don't shit. I forgot.
Tim shit is like, at first you can't stop thinking about it. And there are days that go by, you forget Tim shit all over the walls. But then there are days that you just can't get it out of your mind. So it'll always be there lurking somewhere in the background.
Dude, you're going to be like the petcock now. You know that, right?
You're the petcock.
All right.
You're never going to live that down.
Petcock. Hey, everybody shits. Everybody poops.
That's right. Didn't those cookies used to be white?
How are you? The culprit? Are you the culprit?
Oh, there he is.
Crapgate.
The burp walk.
As the director, producer, and writer of the Take Me Back tape, and as the person who threw out the first pitch for the Mets, no, you'll never live this down. In 10 years, I'll go, oh, but a fucking first pitch. But so 10 years, Tim will go, I'm now the president of Sirius Satellite Radio. And I'm like, don't shit on the toilet.
Tim should be proud because I've heard many people refer to an explosive shit or stomach ache or diarrhea as, I have to go Sabian.
I don't know of anything humanly that can make that happen. I've never seen anything like it, and I hope I never see anything like it again.
Did he lay on the floor and just explode like a volcano? Like, how did this happen? And I don't know. I have no idea.
How did you shit that violently? How did it get all over the place? I mean, where was he? Was he standing? Was he sitting? Did he... I don't know. I mean, I don't know how... It's still shitgate. I don't understand it.
I'll do it in slow-mo so you can watch everything up close and personal. Here we go. Card against the door. The door opens. The door swings open. Tim bursts into action, hits the door handle, turns around, and vavoom! There you go.
Hi, I'm Dr. Billy Goldberg. I'm a host of Dr. Radio on Sirius XM 81, also an ER doctor. Stressed people get stressful intestinal things. When people have diarrhea, they describe this crampy, sharp pain. And it's usually from gas in the intestines and the intestines kind of squeezing a lot. And that's when you feel this urge to go. Tim was struggling with all these metabolic changes in his body. He's feeling like he's going to go, so he's clenching down. And you often vacillate between trying to speed up to get there, but then as you speed up, you lose the attention to trying to keep your sphincter closed. There's big muscles around the anal opening, and when those are ready to blast and let go, boom, it opens up and you're out. We call this a code brown, and it's just an explosion. It's just pure force, and it can be quite traumatic. My best guess is that he had some sort of viral illness. It was probably complicated by some other factors, but it's not unusual to feel ill for hours to days after that, and that's probably what was going on in Tim. And your body naturally clears these things, and it just took him some time to get better.
This is our reenactment of your shitting horribly in the bathroom. You ready?
Well, whether this reenactment is real or not is to be determined.
It's pretty real.
So, okay, good.
Okay, ready?
I have a much nicer ass than that.
Oh my God.
Wow. Oh, great. Sure, okay.
You know, we missed the part of him cleaning the walls up and stuff. Oh, he didn't clean the walls.
Thanks for putting a complete halt to my career.
Nobody shake Tim's hands because it doesn't wash his hands.
I wash my hands in my clothes.
You just wipe them on your pants.
Wipe your hands on your pants. And my suits fit better than that, so that's... and I make sure that my... Yeah, exactly. That's class. Just remember, revenge is a bitch. Revenge is a bitch.
But wait, the one thing I gotta know, you weren't sitting on the toilet.
You know, it doesn't even... This is... And then my assistant's here.
No, I'll leave. I'll leave, and then I'll tell
so
you.
embarrassing. This is so fucking embarrassing.
You definitely were not
humiliated me. You just want to bring me down. You just want to tear me down. Diarrhea. It's not funny. It's not fun. But it happens to the best of us.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
On Monday's wrap-up show, we had comedian Tom Cotter from America's Got Talent come in, and his wife Carrie stopped by, and they talked about how on the show that day, they might have told the world too much about their sex life. Here's how it went.
Tom Cotter dropped by, spoke to Howard in a completely different setting, I guess, and I wonder, Tom Cotter, if that was what you expect. You're a fan of the show, so you kind of had to know what was going to happen going in there.
Yes, and I was warned by everybody. If you bring your wife, they're going to have her come in, and he's going to ask if all of her caves have been explored. And sure enough,
you brought your
right down to the exact wording. Yeah, he did.
Did you think twice about not bringing your wife today?
Of course I did.
And?
Why would you bring your wife into a situation where he was going to ask her if she had had anal sex? I mean, you know, that's really not something you want to bring. Yeah, so I did not prepare myself mentally for it, but I'm still recovering. I'm a little shocked.
The interview was flowing, and then he asked about your wife being with other comedians previously or whatever, and that seemed to definitely throw you for a loop there.
Yeah. Yeah, because you want to hear about that. Don't you want to talk about all the chicks that your wife has been with intimately in the past? Yeah, that's great.
I could see Tom visibly getting upset. You know, making faces. And the thing that I thought was so great about your wife, even though your wife's a comedian, she was being. I found her to be very real. Yeah, and I didn't think she was going for a joke. She was just being real and telling the story. And every time she told it, I could see your whole body language change.
Yeah, it was fingernails on a chalkboard listening to that.
Now, why is that? Do you think it's bad because you don't want your family to hear it? Do you think it's bad for your image, or do you just don't want to? Because we tell everything here. We're idiots.
It's not the image thing. It's just, you know, that's my wife. That's, you know, there's this sanctity of marriage thing going on there. There's a sacred You know, and then she comes in and, oh, yeah, we do it anally, and we've done this, and we've done that. And I'm like, shut up.
Well, the hot cocoa story was an interesting one.
Oh, God, yeah.
She's like, remember that? Remember that? And you're like, no, I don't remember. Please move on.
Yeah.
But, Gary, the second Tom flinched or cringed or whatever you want to say when Howard first brought it up, immediately you know, okay, this is where he's going to go.
Of course. He smelled blood in the water. He's a shark. And I was like, oh, Jesus, you know, masquerade it. Make it look like you're comfortable. And I couldn't do it.
I thought he was going to press more on the, like, who were the headliners that you might have gone out with. But he just touched upon that. I mean, getting Colin Quinn was funny enough for that joke, but that wasn't even, you know, really what he spoke to her about. She was pretty open about talking about it. Did you, now on your way here?
She outed me about hair plugs in front of 19 million people or whatever.
Right.
Thank you, honey. That's great.
So is that, was that something you've never spoken about before?
No, I've talked about it. I'm very open about it. But, you know, not on such a big, you know, stage, as it were.
Now, on your way here, are you in the car and do you say, honey, I know you're coming with me, but, you know, it's a Howard show. You never know. You could end up on the air, and if you do, this is how it'll go?
No, she was warned, but I don't stifle her. I can't tell her what she can and can't say. You know, she wears the pants, really. And so she came in and she just let go with both barrels. And now we have to do damage control and put out these fires for the rest of the day.
Well, damage control with who?
Her family more than anybody else, I think. Her brother already tweeted us. You know, he's not happy.
Because you tell people you're doing the show, you want everyone to tune in and hear how it's going to go.
Yeah, tune in. I'll be the joke boy. It'll be little dancing monkey, and then all of a sudden, your sister takes it in the ass. Really? No, that's great.
Here's the
I
thing.
just saw them at Thanksgiving too. You know, we just held hands and prayed and did all that shit, and now. Hot cocoa blowjobs.
See, I have a theory on this. Like, my brother-in-law is an enormous fan of the show. He listens every day. He listens to every show on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I talk about a lot of stuff involving his sister, and he just doesn't bring it up to me. I think it's like your brother-in-law shouldn't bring it up to you.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is my son's in a Catholic school. He's at St. Gregory's School, and now we're worried that, you know, we're going to get called in and one of the nuns is going to read us the riot act or they're going to expel him because of this. So, yeah, there's some damage. Yeah, but, you know, his mommy and daddy had potty mouths on television or radio or whatever. So it's oh, God. I can't even imagine the phone calls and emails I'm going to get the rest of the day.
John, do you see how uncomfortable he is?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel for him.
I know.
I mean,
we've all been there.
Yeah.
A little bit different Howard than the AGT Howard?
No, he was actually pretty much the same. I love that guy. I mean, he really helped my career dramatically this year, and so he could have said anything and it wouldn't have bummed me out. It's just, you know, the wife's loose lips that was more concerning than anything else, but that's all right.
Tom, you said you weren't going to do the show as long as Piers was a judge, correct?
That's true. Because he would verbally defecate on comedians, and I didn't know if it would help my career. I knew it certainly could hurt my career, and I didn't want to roll the dice and see him shit on me and in front of 20 million people. So.
What was the premise like? I know you weren't huge, but you'd been doing it for a long time. Where you're like, sort of like, hey, I've been doing this for a while. I don't need to take this shit from him.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I just didn't want this guy in front of so many people, friends and family, to say nasty shit about your act, and that was really a risk when he was on. And also when Howard was on, we didn't know what kind of judge Howard would be, and we knew he wasn't going to pull any punches. But I also knew that he was a fan of good comics. Greg Fitzsimmons, dear friend of mine, you know, the people that Howard likes, I like. So I just figured I was kind of in that wheelhouse, and so I said, if I'm going to do it, this is the year to do it. And I stepped in unicorn shit, and life is good.
How tough of a decision is it, though, to decide to do a show like this? Like, do certain comedians think, oh, you're a sellout, what are you doing that for? And how do you handle that on the circuit?
They used to, you know, there were a couple of comics that did cruise ships, and they were called boat acts, and everyone crapped all over them. And then they realized how much the cruises paid. Everyone wanted to do it. Well, that's the same this year with America's Got Talent. You know, in years past, comics didn't do well. This year, 2 comics made it to the semifinals, and one of them, you know, was the runner-up. That's never happened. So now this year, the producers have already told me, because they came to our show in Vegas, they said that, you know, by tenfold, at least, they have so many more comedians going out for it this year. And that's in large part due to Howard's arrival.
Jay in Georgia, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how y'all doing? I just wanted to ask Tom. First off, Tom, I think you did great on AGT. I loved you, and I told, you know, friends and family, I said, you keep an eye on this guy. He's going to be the next up-and-coming big-time comedian you're going to hear a lot about. But I'm very familiar with your wife's comedy because I hear her all the time on Blue Collar Comedy Channel. She talks about everything from dildos to coming. And so why does the Conversation Today's show upset you or your family or whatever? Her comedy is not clean comedy. I mean, it's not filthy comedy, but I mean, she talks about a lot on stage.
She does?
Well, she had a bit about having the perfect penis at home in the drawer?
Perfect penis is yeah, that's her vibrator. Yeah.
I think I could answer. I think I could answer for Tom a little bit. It's one thing to tell a joke about the perfect penis. It's another to tell a story about your exact bent penis.
In front of a much bigger audience. Yes.
But good comedy, like you and your wife, well, your wife more so than I think than yours, maybe, and a lot of other big name comics is good comedy is based on real life.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not just stuff you can make up in your brain. It's stuff you observe in your life or you do in your life. And that's what makes, in my opinion, anyways, makes good comedy. And your wife does a lot of that. And so I was just kind of curious. You sounded real upset when you came into the Rabbit Show, and I could hear it on the show today. You was visibly, you know, even through the radio, I could see you being upset.
I was okay with it. You know, you can't stifle your wife, and the truth is that everything she said, you'd said the funniest things are reality. Everything she said, I can't deny. You know, we did do the hot chocolate thing, and I do have hair plugs, and life goes on.
When she came in, I mean, she said she didn't want to be stifled. I mean, you were great because I thought you were very honest, you were very blunt, and you worked well with Tom. But I'm guessing that's also probably the success of your marriage and why you guys have been together for so long.
11 years. 11 years of, marital bliss, as it were.
Were you guys like this on the reality show? Or was it more tamed down?
Oh, it's unbelievably tamed down.
Because this I would watch.
We were on the Women's Entertainment Network. We had a show. It lasted 6 episodes before it was mercifully canceled, and it was literally brought to you by Tampax. It was the most emasculating thing. I swear to God, it was on the Women's Entertainment, and it was just and their target demographic, they told us, was heavy-set, middle-aged women. So certainly not in my wheelhouse. And so everything we did, they said, "Oh, that's too." At one point, I throw one of my twins in the air and catch them, like every dad does. You did it,
right?
And they said, "Ooh, we don't want you to do that." Really, I can't throw my kid a foot in the air and catch my own kid. No, that might be construed as child abuse or something. And that's the kind of shit we were up against the entire time. So it was really frustrating, and that show was just painful.
Carrie, what was it like talking to Howard today?
It was fun. I hope my husband's not mad at me.
Your husband loves you dearly, huh?
He's an amazing guy. It was amazing to do that. It was
Howard
so much
or your
fun.
husband?
Both. But Howard was,
she's got a crush.
Great. And the fact that he likes my husband so much is just so great. It's wonderful.
Did you notice a difference between Howard on AGT and then Howard doing the radio show?
Yeah.
How so?
Yeah. Well, he's honest anyway, and you knew he was going to be honest, and that was great. But he was softer, I think. Well, you know, it's NBC. It's a family show. Mm-hmm. So that's the side that I saw, and I was great. I think he made AGT such a better show than it was in the past.
I think the thing, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Howard took that job so seriously. It wasn't, I mean, he told his jokes and stuff, but there was no, I'm not going to take it lightly that somebody's going to win a lot of money and this is going to be a career-changing show. He did not take that job lightly.
No, he took it very seriously. I think he was taking it seriously before he got the job. Right. He would watch the show and actually critique it.
Which is why I think he's really going over in his head whether or not he wants to re-up, because, you know, I'm sure he really wants to commit to this thing. And the other thing about that show is it's an ADD show. The acts are 90 seconds, and even the judges really can only throw out one-liners, you know, before they have to go to a commercial break. Here, you got the long-form Howard, which is the Howard that everyone fell in love with, and it's much more, I liked it more than his appearance on America's Got Talent.
Carrie, coming up here today, you knew this could happen. You knew you could end up in there.
I had a feeling, yes.
Did you prepare for it at all? Did you guys have any discussions, or were you just going to see what happened?
Someone had mentioned that, you know, he's going to ask you he might ask you some deep questions, you know. And
deep,
I'm a
right.
I'm a comic, so it's not like I haven't heard things like that. I hang out with guys all the time after the show, so it's not like they haven't said that to me before. You know, all of Tom's friends. Seriously, they make fun of Tom all the time, saying, you know, all these jokes about your wife and all that stuff. So it's not like I haven't heard that crap before. So I mean, I can hang out with the bad guys.
But you agree, it's one thing if you're at a club or you're doing that and kind of goofing on each other. Here, you got millions of people listening when this is all going on.
Yeah. I try not to think of that.
Are you aware that your brother texted Tom?
My brother George. I know. What'd he say? I hope he doesn't tell my parents. I'm worried about my parents now, I think.
Yeah, you should be.
Tom, in a very nice way.
We had